got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you. They don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Steals in the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Gucci a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on a Thursday. Hello, Leroy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm a little bothered.
Why?
You don't think I support you?
It's not that I don't think you support me. It's just like whatever answer I have, sometimes I just know you're going to come back with some quip that's going to be like, degrading. A little bit.
So.
And good morning, Vlad.
Vlad.
Love your shirt, Vlad.
Oh yeah.
Finally got somebody who knows who the Macho Man is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man, that's messed up yesterday. I was disappointed with our fellow contributor Brittany not knowing who Macho Man is. If you know who Hulk Hogan is, you gotta know who Macho Man is.
It's crazy to me.
It just doesn't make sense.
And I got some DMs yesterday. They were like, "Dude, I'm at Costco right now. Macho Man on the Slim Jims." And that was the even crazier thing. It's not only that she doesn't know who Macho Man is. All right,
you can't say you like Slim Jims and have never seen Macho Man.
She loves Slim Jims and doesn't know the Macho Man. That's just crazy to me.
Right?
Because I would imagine at one point, Papa Brittany was like, he's like, "Oh, here you go, sweetheart. Here's a Slim Jim." And then he at some point had to say to her, "Slim, do a Slim Jim." When he gives her that Slim Jim, and she goes, "Papa, who's that?" "It's the Macho Man, little Brittany."
Oh, it was Michael Schumacher. She definitely know who it is.
Oh yeah.
Is that a racer?
Yeah, F1.
He was like the race.
He was like
Jordan.
The Schumachers are now racing cars. I thought those were just jockeys.
No.
There's always like a Schumacher who was a jockey in the Derby.
Yeah.
No, you don't support me. It's okay.
So here's what happened. You said you were out tomorrow, and okay, I forgot. So there's that.
I'm going to Orlando.
Okay.
My wife and I are doing it's like a fitness thing for ovarian cancer research. Okay. It's basically a spin class. It's basically a spin class. They're gathering people. They're trying to raise money for ovarian cancer, which my wife battled.
Yes. So
I'm not trying to make you feel worse, but
I asked the question,
mm-hmm.
Vlad, and just follow me here. When was the last time you did biking that way, or any time? I'd say anything where you broke a sweat.
Anything physical, I believe, is what you said. I believe your question was, when's the last time you exercised?
And he said, I go on bike rides with my son, who's 9.
Yep.
I'm like, that's a stroll.
Almost 10. No, it's not a stroll,
That's
dude.
a stroll.
You trying to keep up with a kid?
Dude.
Kids are older now.
Dude.
These kids want to go, dude.
You have been on a real bike ride where you got to ride 20 miles an hour?
Not like you, where you used to be like Lance Armstrong and you had to hitchhike home.
Okay,
no,
but that's what the spin class is.
Nah, come on, dude.
What?
It's a little pedaling.
No, it's not, dude. You're up. You're down. You're up.
I've done a 5K on no training. It's not that big a deal, dude.
You didn't do a 5K. You finished it, but how much of it did you run?
I would say 70% of it. It's a walk run. Fort Lauderdale Beach. March for Cancer. It's another great event.
You marched, all right.
I'm just saying. Did I do as fast as the professional fighters that were there that cruised through it? No. Did I do faster than the old ladies? Yes. But I'm going to be fine. I'm not going to pass out. I'll be all right.
Let me tell you something about women in spin classes. They are intense.
My point is,
you walk by the gym. You go to the gym. I want you to look on those women on those spin.
They get their sweat on, bro.
Dude.
Aren't they supposed to be the meanest instructors?
Well, they're intense,
Not intense.
but the women doing the classes are pure evil.
I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll be fine. I'm
No,
not
you
worried
won't.
about it.
Well, you know what? You better get your Riley Spo mindset on because that's what
Yeah.
you're about to
Dude.
enter. You're about to
Hunger
enter into the
Games?
female
Yes,
I'll be
Hunger
fine.
Games.
I'll be fine.
female heat practice.
Dude,
I'm not going.
they're gonna look at you in disgust.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're for a good cause.
Where have you sweat socks?
You can't look at somebody discuss at a charity event.
Do you have bike shoes?
Do you have a headband?
Bike shoes.
Do you have a
Yeah,
head-
they have clips now in those
No!
classes.
Do you have a headband?
Headband.
They have clips now.
No,
On
I'm
the-
not using that. I'm just gonna regular old sneakers.
Oh my goodness.
You know, that's
Oh
what I'm
my
rocking
goodness.
with.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, hello.
Jennifer, I'm glad you're here. Answer this question.
You don't support Tobin?
No,
Yeah,
I
she
didn't
doesn't
say
support
that.
me.
Wait,
But my
wait,
point.
no. I'm going to ask this question. How intense are women in spin class at the gym?
So intense, I refuse to do it myself.
Have you
Yeah.
ever done a spin
she's a
class?
woman.
Have I done? Yes.
Okay.
Dude, how intense are they in the? It's not even the instructor.
It's a charity
The people
event.
on the bike. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude, I'm telling you. Hey,
Fine.
Yeah,
okay.
you can't do no show poniness while you're doing it.
Dude.
You know that, right?
Why not?
You will
Oh
eat it,
my
dude.
God. You want estrogen to power to just come at you right there. Jesus.
I feel like
Do
I'm gonna.
not
I
mess around with them.
feel like I'm gonna be a supportive husband at a charity event. I think that is a nice thing that I'm doing. Why would
You
anybody be
absolutely
mad at
are.
me?
Good.
Why
Just
would they be mad?
no,
at you?
show support. Just don't do show silliness.
The point is, Vlad, he doesn't support me. You know,
I
like that's the
do.
point. Is
I'm
he's just
trying
like
to give you a heads up.
he's
You're
just
trying
no.
to
You won't give me a heads up.
You're gonna
You
go
won't give
in-
me a heads up.
You're gonna go in
I'll
there.
be fine.
You okay? I'm telling you, at the gym,
Hmm?
the most evil people are in that spin room.
For charity?
Wow,
I
that's
don't
messed
care.
up, Leroy. Now
It
you're gonna
is.
go ahead and
The
call
most-
them evil.
They're like
the
little
most intense.
I do notice they keep
How
the
about
lights.
that?
I do.
Intense.
I do notice they keep the lights dimmed. They're like,
My kind of people.
you know, they're trying to. They're trying.
I'm just telling you.
That just stopped all your
I'm-
train of
I'm-
thought.
No, I'm laughing at the. I'm laughing at the comment. Working man who says the dismisser strikes again.
I'm warning
That's
you.
you.
I'm trying to warn you.
I'm fine.
I think he knows what he's getting himself into.
I'll be
I
fine.
hope.
I wouldn't do something like if it was. If it was something I really thought I couldn't do, I wouldn't do it. Not worried
Alright.
about it. Not worried
Now,
about it.
do you need
No,
a
because
camera
you are
crew?
notorious for winging it. You are no. I'm telling you are. What's the worst gonna happen?
Yeah, what is the worst that could happen? I get tired? Big deal.
Dude,
There can
dude,
be some injuries. I will say
Dude.
that.
it's I'm just telling you, it's a lot more intense
Mhm.
than you strolling down the street with Tommy on bike.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to win. I'm just there
Love
for a
how
good
Tommy
cause.
Always gets
No, he
along.
did. I asked him when was the last time we rode a bike. He goes, "Me and
I
Tommy
literally
go."
did it last night.
Was that your practice?
It wasn't really my practice. I wasn't thinking about it. He's like, I want to go for a bike ride, and so I went with him.
How long were you back riding for?
Probably an hour.
What
Well-
kind of speeds?
Not slow. I wasn't racing.
Listen,
Sometimes we were doing
here.
ninja adventures.
what?
What?
Ninja adventures.
What's that?
Pretend we're ninjas on the run.
I've never seen a ninja escape on a bike.
Just go with his 9-year-old imagination, dude.
-1.
I just love Leroy's face, just trying to process what
Because-
he said.
because now I'm starting to realize
Mhm.
it wasn't a father and a son; it was two children.
It's actually
out-
really cute.
Just have a good time, baby.
You know, I'm just saying,
Hmm?
dude, those spin classes are intense.
Oof.
They are.
They are
They're
very
intense, dude. I'm telling you, do not.
I fasted.
Yeah, you,
Whole acid, actually.
and then you know what's the worst part?
What was that?
Do you bring a little your own seat?
Do I bring my own seat?
What?
Yeah,
I haven't been told to bring my own seat.
What do you mean seat?
What do you mean bring my own seat?
because now there's going to be some chafing. I'm telling, dude.
They
I'm
have
trying
things
to
for
help.
that. They have things for that.
I'm trying to help you.
So
not
I gotta wa-
not the standard seats.
So I got to walk around like Roberto Luongo for a couple days. No
Dude,
big
You don't
deal.
want to be not at your age. You don't want to be walking around like we're Roberto.
My
Luongo.
age?
Yeah, bro.
Wow. They're calling
just,
you.
hey,
No, I'm just saying you
I'm
don't
just
like
telling
chafing
you-
at that area around when you're
I
like.
don't think
over
you like
35.
chafing at any
I'm
age.
just saying.
Literally
I'm
any
just telling you. Wait, say, why is Leroy treating it like that? Because, dude, I'm telling you, no matter what the situation is, there's certain things that people do that are just intense.
Competition.
That spin class is one of them.
I'm not trying to win anything. I'm just doing
I
it for
just want you
charity.
to say,
He's trying to support his wife, Leroy.
As soon as they stand you up and sit you down about 4 times, text me and say
Why?
you were right.
I don't have to. I mean, I'll sit if I want to.
Leroy, you're right. You don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to help you out.
I'm
Wait,
fine.
can you take your GoPro?
You're actually not
Go, bro.
dismissing. You're not
Go, bro.
dismissing.
Okay.
You're
Go,
helping.
bro.
We want it documented.
He's not dismissing. He's
He's
actually
dis-
helping
I'm
you
not
out.
dismissing
Glad I
it.
could have said anything. He would have said, "Pff, you can't do that."
No. So you
I said,
So-
if I would have told him, I said, I'm doing an Ironman. He says, Iron what? Clothes? Like he's just a dismisser. Whatever I say, he's going to dismiss.
because can I just tell you why? You have come to me and told me you are doing some of the craziest things and you just wing it. And I'm thinking from a physical standpoint
Mhm,
that some of the stuff that you have said I'm going to wing it at
mhm.
is very intense.
I'm-
And so that's why I dismiss it. Like you go, huh?
So you'd make
You
him
gotta know.
dismiss it.
This is what you do. Say, whew, Saturday I got to do this 5K. I'm like, 5K? So he's just going to get up in the morning after doing nothing and go, I'm going to do a 5K.
Well, I was doing it at that time. I went for the 5K because it was my co-host on Fighters Fury. It was their event, March for Cancer, which is a great event.
I
So
understand
I just was showing
all
up
of
again.
that.
I'm showing up when I feel like I'm showing up for something for charity. I'm not here to impress you. I'm there to do the event in support. I'm not here to be Speedy
support you,
Gonzalez.
Tobin. I support you.
There's certain things though, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things you get caught off guard by, and I'm telling you, spin class, you're gonna get caught off guard by the intensity.
Maybe.
Okay.
But-
You gonna spin.
I'm not gonna. I don't expect to go there and I don't even think. Can you win a spin class?
No, it's not about winning. I'm just telling you, people that do spin classes are very intense.
You know what? I think we
inclu-
should have listened to Leroy because he does know spin.
No, but this is the thing. Is like
First of all, them little skinny ass arms are not.
no,
mine.
dude. You used to put on the whole Lance Armstrong outfit.
Yeah,
One
Remember
point.
that.
Yeah, that was a phase you went through.
yeah. Until I realized I wasn't very aerodynamic.
No, you were into it for like a while. You know, strangely, is like when the pandemic hit, you stopped biking, which is when everybody started biking. I don't know if like all the casuals like
No,
ran
because
you
when the
off.
pandemic hit, the first like month or so, it was windy every day,
Mhm.
and I felt like I was pedaling down the street, and the lady was walking
No,
by.
but this is how you ended up hitchhiking because you blew out a tire at like
Yeah.
a rando
had to call fine.
a
Yeah.
rando gas station and
Yeah.
you couldn't get a ride and
Dude
you
gave
ended
me a
up
ride.
hitchhiking.
Look at that.
Look at that outfit.
I love the outfit.
You look like a wrestler.
No, my favorite comment is the under. Oh my, Tobin.
So listen. I am just giving you a heads up,
Mhm.
and you dismiss this as what's the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you,
You feel like I'm going to be like laid out like Jason Tatum. Like I'm out for the season after this and I'm going to be fine.
you're gonna put a lot of stress on your hammies and your glutes and your lower
I'll be
back.
fine.
Don't say hammies.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity, kind of like the Phillies last night with the baseball. Prices are falling so fast, we're checking for a crater.
I thought
Volkswagen's
home run-
price like they've lost their mind. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. The Marlins lost 11-1.
I thought home run derby was a couple of months ago.
dude, they
They hit 4 home runs in an inning.
Schreiber hit one, I think, that landed in Lancaster.
dude, there were so many bombs last night between him and Judge. And did they all hit 2? Did Judge hit 2 last night
Judge
too?
hit 2, Riley hit 2. Now he's at 60.
And Schwarber hit
And
2.
Schreiber hit 2. So basically, the MVP candidates of the both respective leagues.
Yeah, I mean
One
it's
yard.
oof. That one that Raleigh hit though yesterday in Seattle. Oh my god, that thing!
He's good.
He's good. Wow, he hit that thing to the freaking moon last night, and then had another one for good measure. They clinched the AL West. The Yankees tied for the division lead now.
Yes, sir.
The Blue Jays.
Judge leading the league in batting.
Mm-hmm.
This is how bad baseball is. This is all about home runs. There's only 3 players that's hitting over 300 in baseball.
Yeah, it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
You know what's also
Nobody
crazy?
cares about
it. While we
Remember when Arias won the batting title? They said, hit the bricks, kid.
Yeah.
Nerd. Oh, what'd you do? Hit for average? Get out of here, dude.
it's amazing that we don't even realize that this man has done something only 4 other people have done. Was that 4 seasons of 50 home runs?
You talking Judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
He's very good,
Very good.
but he's got to.
He does have to win. Hey, listen, what are you going to be? Next Don Mattingly?
Leave Donnie baseball.
I'm sorry. But yeah, the Marlins are on the ropes. They can't lose, and they also can't have anybody win. So,
Well, look, they just need the Cubs to win,
yep,
and then they'll handle business against the Mets.
right. But then I think they also need
They
the
need
Reds
the
to lose one more
They
time.
need the Diamondbacks to lose. No. Yeah, they need the Diamondbacks to lose. They need the Reds to lose. And then, I don't know, I think they also need like the Giants and the Cardinals to lose.
They need a lot of stuff.
Yeah, getting shellacked last night didn't help matter.
It did not.
They
help
could have.
matters.
They could have gained because everybody else lost.
Yeah, tough night.
That was a bad loss last night.
Well, they weren't really in it. It was Meatball City early on.
I mean, that guy who was throwing 89 max, but what did they think was going to happen?
Ryan Weathers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Holy smokes.
8 home runs for the Phillies.
He could
last
have
night.
all the movement in the world. All the movement in the world. And they kind of said it on air, is that if you don't throw that cheese, then you can't scare a guy with using the inside of the plate, right? He ain't afraid. He can just stand up there if you're throwing 89 miles an hour. But those guys that throw that 97 that can get him off the plate, then, you got him thinking.
Yeah, he gave up 3 bombs. Lake Bacher gave up a bomb, and then Valente Lake Bacher. He's the guy who looks like he does moonshine in the forest.
Lake Bacher.
Lake
That's almost
Bacher.
like Gaylord Bacher.
That's rhyme. Good for you.
Point for Leroy. Meet the Bears. Meet the Fockers. Look at
Valente Bellozo gave up 4 home runs.
So they
And then the Marlins put Javier Sanoja, position player, pitching yesterday to close things out.
yeah. Well, it was
He gave up no home runs. You think he went in? He's like, look at you bums.
I think he went in the locker room and said, "How many home runs you give up? Guess how many I gave up? Not even a pitcher.
Who
This
said?
is your job."
Oh man, we got Thursday night football tonight. You got
Seahawks,
Seahawks and Cardinals.
Got to tell you,
Not into it.
we're starting to learn.
Hmm?
What's his name? Kevin O'Connell, the coach of the
Bum whisperer.
He's bum whisperer.
Yep.
Because Sam Darnold in Seattle, not the same.
Not the same. Speaking
What
of,
do you mean? He had a big game the other day.
He had a big game, but I'm just saying,
They're
not,
2-1.
not the same.
44 on the Saints.
Huh?
I said 44 points on the Saints last week.
And they beat the Steelers
Saints.
on the road.
The Saints.
Oof.
What about the Steelers?
They were in the paper bags again.
They ain't.
The Aints.
Man, I remember those days.
The
They had their first winning record when I was a freshman in college. They started off 10-0. Right?
Mhm.
Before that, they had never had a winning record, and they started the same year of my birth. So you want to talk about bad teams? Imagine growing up with a team, you talking about playoffs. Imagine growing up with a team that never had a winning record.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The Binks, they clinched the playoffs.
Oh my God. It's so just, you see some of those goals.
Yeah.
It
Inter Miami beat NYCFC yesterday 4-0.
So what's the difference in, like, they either go football club or they use another name, but what's the difference?
What do you mean?
Don't ask me, dude.
Well, when they name their soccer,
New York
Brand-
City Football Club.
huh?
The New York City Football
No, I
Club.
know football club, but everybody doesn't go by football club.
They might reverse it.
I think they just.
Club
I think
football.
this is what they do. They just see like, hey, what sounds cool.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you have another.
Is anybody
team.
holding out? Because I remember the MLS team. They used to have some goofy names. Is everybody like? Is the Chicago Fire still a thing?
Yeah.
Do they call it Chicago Fire FC or just the Chicago Fire? Do they have to get with the times?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's not like
Man,
DC
somebody
United
said Leroy,
FC.
boo-hoo. The Finns have been mediocre since I've been alive. Buddy,
Damn. They got him.
you know what? There's a difference between being mediocre and just being straight garbage. Okay?
I mean, they were winning.
Never had a winning record.
Dolphins were 1-15, weren't they?
Okay, still.
I was at the
Still.
Camarillo game. People were crying.
At the what?
The Greg Camarillo.
The game they won?
Yep.
Wow, great Camarillo.
That's right. When you win a game, you're gonna be a legend. That team could have gone on 0-16.
I can't believe what mouse balls Brian Billick had in that game.
This is Miami, not New Orleans. Oh my God.
Damn.
He's just
It's
angry. He's just
so,
angry.
like,
Just
yeah,
tell him to go get a cookie.
yeah. You know, like,
Go get a juice box.
yeah. Hey, I agree, Karen.
Minus
We
one.
need some video. He said, not gonna lie, we'd rather watch Tobin in spin class than the Finns.
I will
these days.
go pro it. No problem. I'm happy to do that.
So where are you
My
gonna
life
put
is
the GoPro
con-
though?
Where am I going to do it?
Yeah, like where are you
I
gonna
got
put
the
the GoPro?
wrap tripod. I could wrap it on the bike and point up.
Perfect.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
Easy. I'm a content maker. Don't worry about
Oh,
that.
I just want to know if
wait,
you had
can
it or
I
not.
just tell you,
Don't you worry.
have the oxygen and does your wife know CPR?
I don't know.
How
Yeah,
long is
I
the
think
class?
so, yeah.
How
Yeah,
long
drink
is
some
the,
water.
how
She's a
long
te-
is the
Sure, probably
class?
the
Bring
teacher
some
knows CPR.
electrolytes. Don't bring water. Electrolytes.
What's wrong with water?
You're gonna be
What
sweating.
about the
Wait.
electrolytes that you put in the water? Like
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, there you
But
go.
let me explain something to you. This is no lie.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna pedal 10 times and you're gonna sweat like you ran a marathon.
I'd walk and do that, dude. That's not a problem. I'm a sweater.
He opens his eyes, he
Just
sweats.
I'm telling you,
He
dude.
opens his eyes.
I'm telling you
Mm-hmm.
because
But he
I know
wakes
you.
up.
I know you.
Mhm.
If you're making content, you're gonna be overexcited
Nope.
the first 3 minutes. How long is the class?
I don't know.
Probably an hour. Well,
No,
30
it might be
minutes,
like
an
30,
hour.
don't know.
45 minutes. It's like it is for a charity now.
I don't
They
know.
can't be there all day.
I can look.
Maybe they have a bunch of
I'll get some info on this.
Wait, you're gonna have other events going on, right? Like you'll be
There's
able.
more.
No, like you'll be able to go shower and then like wear regular clothes again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
Yeah, I'm allowed to live
so
my
it's-
life.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be like 30. No,
Dude,
no reason why I'm asking.
wait.
The reason why I asked that so to know how long it'll probably be is probably be like 45 minutes.
I don't know.
Can I just say something?
Yep.
Part of the reason why you get this reaction from me, because you never fully explain what's going on. You just go, I got this thing, doing a charity bike ride, right? Oh, it's a spin class. And the more we have, like, dude, put it this way. You know how much I ride bike? You know how much I used to ride bike?
Yep.
I used to ride 30 miles when
Yep.
I rode, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is not as intense as spin class.
Hmm.
Spin class
I guess we'll find out.
do you make it through the whole class?
I think so.
Doing how they do it, or do you like
I'm gonna do it how I do it because I'm there to support.
not spin class then?
I'm doing it for charities for
Just say
ovarian
you don't-
cancer research,
Say you don't
dude.
support him, and that's it. Let's just move on.
Jeez.
Guy wants me to be like Lance Armstrong.
No, I don't. Lance Armstrong doesn't do spin classes. He rides on the road. He's an OG biker.
Take a
Right.
break. Back up to this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. How would you guys like to have the chance of a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit an elementary school of your choice? It could happen. It's WQM's MVP experience with the Dolphins. Zach, sealer it on up. He's on board to speak at a school. Just go to WQM.com. Enter an elementary school in Broward or Dade now for your chance to get a visit from Zach Sealer, where he'll speak to students and more. For contest rules, go to WQAM.com.
You know, this week, Zach Sealer was an anti-hero.
Dude, he needs to get on the board this weekend. He needs to get on the board this weekend or this Monday. Absolutely. Need it from him. Need this defense to show up. I saw like Jalen Phillips was like, yeah, we don't want to press. No, press. Figure it out, dude. Whatever you're not doing, fix it. That's what we need. We need sacks. We need turnovers. You guys act like a real defense. And then when punting happens, mind your breaks. Just mind your breaks. I'm not saying don't have it, but just saying.
Who's next? Shop?
Probably. Rookie mistake.
No.
or
I wish there was
mistake.
a prop bet.
But here's the deal.
There was a prop bet on which starting defensive player is going to catch a penalty on special teams.
Chop wouldn't do that.
Jalen?
Because Chop played special teams.
Kenny G?
Kenny G could.
Okay.
Those inside guys, when they break free, they want to go block the punt, but they don't know how to block a punt. And it's usually only on, and like I said before, everybody's wondering why these guys were playing special teams.
Yeah.
It's called safe punt. So in safe punt, your regular defense is in there because usually it's around midfield and you want to have somebody out there to defend the fake.
It was unsafe.
So that's why you had your starting defense out there. It happens all the time. If you pay
I
attention.
don't think it happens all the time.
No.
That happens
Hold on,
to a team.
hold on. You don't know what part of it I'm talking about. Safe punt. Whenever a team is around midfield, if you look on the field, the regular defense for any team is going to be out there. It's not exclusive to the Dolphins.
Yeah, but does it happen where they mess it up twice?
No, usually
in 3
they don't
weeks?
rush they don't rush the, they usually don't rush.
Schmeathan
They
says,
just stop checking for the fake.
on punt team, I better see Sealer sitting crisscross applesauce.
Yeah, we got to say that, huh?
Sit this one out, Zach, huh?
Sit this one out.
You just sit over there. We just want this punt to get off.
I got you.
Figure that out.
I play punt team.
What's the deal with Fields? Vlad, is he going to be back for this week, or is it
I don't
Tyrod
know.
Taylor?
I
Is there
don't
any
know.
update on that?
He's still under the protocol, the NFL's concussion protocol.
I didn't even see what happened, how he got concussed. Did he get
I feel like-
snap back on the thing, or did he get
No,
lit up?
he got hit and his head hit
Hit the back of the turf?
back of the turf. But I felt like he was already playing with a concussion because he was getting banged up in that game.
Oh, was he?
Buffalo. Yeah.
At Buffalo, man, they hurt people.
Man, Tyrod Taylor still doing this thing.
Still doing it, man.
Tyrod is good until he gets hit.
I mean,
And
we
once
can
he gets
say-
hit, he's like,
listen,
"Oh, I forgot, I'm a backup quarterback."
There's a bunch of teams right now are having what I call a bullpen game. That means they got starting quarterbacks that they trying to get 6 or 7 innings out of, but they really should be coming out of the bullpen, right? I said about the Browns. Joe Flacco gonna give you 3 or 4 of the greatest weeks you've ever seen. Then he's not.
Russ
There's
is back. Russ is back in the backup.
Jameis,
Yeah, Jameis.
Russ went from 450 to benched.
He says he's not done.
Hmm?
He said he's not done.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
What, in New York or just in
Just in general.
Yeah, he's
Just in general. But he said he's not going to demand a trade.
well, no worry. Cincinnati will be calling soon.
Maybe. You think Kirk Cousins is sitting here and being like, man, nobody wants me?
No, Kirk's about to play in Atlanta. Then I've been talking to people in Atlanta.
Oh, Penix has stunk.
Penix has stunk, and they're on Raheem's neck.
Yeah,
John
but didn't he take a shot at Kirk Cousins the other day? Because he was like, this ain't the same as Kirk Cousins. Because it's like, oh, it's his young guy. They all draft him. Like, once you're out, you're out. You're not going to go back to Kirk Cousins.
I don't know. Not if Home Depot owner
Where's
says-
Kirk? He's still in Atlanta?
Yeah. Jeez, where you been, Leroy?
Yeah,
We've
dude.
been talking about this for the last 20
He's
seconds.
remember that? Yeah, I mean, we all thought he was probably going to get traded, but no, nobody took him. They haven't. They just kept him. You know, is he doing another season of quarterback? Because that's all he's known for now, is being a reality TV show star.
Making a lot of money.
A whole lot of money, yeah.
What did they give him, like 2 years, 100 million or something like
I
that?
think 3, yeah, something like that.
3 years, 100 million?
but guaranteed.
That guy, like, you want to talk about, that guy's made more guaranteed money than anybody in the NFL. The history of the NFL.
Smart guy.
Yeah.
A lot of dough. Him and Darrell Revis, kings of it.
Well, also, he dealt with a lot of stupid owners and executives. They kept on franchising him. The more you franchise him, the more money he's going to make.
Yep.
Yep.
But no, he's still hanging. Russ is still hanging. Wentz. All these guys.
But Wentz is a backup.
Well, they are now too.
Right.
They are now too. It's all a club. You know, they should have a group chat of.
But Carson Wentz was brought in as a backup.
I understand, but Russell Wilson's like, you know, he probably knew once, like, he signed there. That whole QB room was weird as it was.
Is Jameis Winston still on that team?
Yes.
Yes. Leroy,
Yes.
Leroy, have you not been listening to what we've been saying?
No.
Oh my God.
I haven't.
Yeah, Jameis is still there, dude.
So they skipped right over him.
Yes. The only thing he did this year was get them out of a practice because he hit the crossbar because of God.
James, yes.
And then he demanded everybody go to Bible study.
Which they said they went back to practice.
I don't know. I don't know.
I remember those choices as a kid. You can cut the grass or go to this Baptist church for 3 hours.
Schmieder says Tobin is a couple of stars away from wanting Russ over Tua. At least Russ can throw deep.
He can't throw deep.
Dude.
He's not going to miss Tyreek. I'm going to underthrow him.
Can I?
I'm just, Leroy.
I'm going to say this. Throwing the ball deep has more to do with the timing in which you throw it than the strength of your arm. Right? And you need to understand that. There's a lot of quarterbacks who can throw deep that don't have an arm as strong as Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and stuff like that. It's when you throw it. That's the problem. The problem is Tua should know his strengths and weaknesses and stop looking around and then decide to chuck it.
Well, that's what is it just doesn't look like the same guy. You know, it's just he doesn't look as confident.
But
in any abilities that he had. Like,
do we do that when they're losing, or
I'm just doing it based on what you've said this week? You said you don't think he looks like the same guy. Like,
he doesn't. But when I say that, when I watch him drop back and he does all this right here, like, it just seemed like when he played before, things look more fluid. He looks very jerk. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do.
He's not a cat burglar anymore.
Like when he drops back and he does that, like, yeah, it looks crazy. You know, it's not as fluid.
Well, you think it's in his head now? Because it's like, you know, he used to eat in that middle of the field, and now everybody kind of sits there and they're deking him. And
well, no, they're putting people there.
No, I know they're putting people there, but he used to throw between people. He didn't care. Like, that was the thing. But he would go through tight windows.
The timing of it worked out. But what teams are doing now is they have one guy that just drops back in the middle and makes that window a little bit smaller to where you can't throw it there. And he hasn't been throwing the ball outside to keep them honest. Last week, he threw a couple of post routes. He threw a couple of out routes. He threw, a couple of outside routes to where then the middle of the field became more available because they can't just sit everybody in between the hash marks.
But also, like, in that mix up, like, you may start questioning yourself too, right? Like, if you were in a place where you always would pull the trigger and now you're just second guessing yourself.
Of course.
So that's what it feels like.
That's human nature, right? So I just think that there's certain things that he says, but it doesn't reflect on how he's playing on the field. Like, he says, I don't worry about that stuff, and I don't worry about the outside noise, and I don't worry about that. He seems a lot more hesitant throwing the football. And what happens is when you don't have a hose as an arm, your hesitation makes you even more limited because you then can't just throw a cannon to where you need to get it and play catch up with the football. So it's kind of one of those things that you have to be definitive in what you're doing. You have to be confident in what you're doing and just do it. because if you wait and pat the ball, now you've taken yourself out of the play. And that's what's been happening on a number of occasions. Then he tries to throw that ball down the field and you go, oof. You know, once a receiver gets 40 yards down the field, you only got 2 or 3 quarterbacks that can reach that guy running. Because by the time the ball gets there, it's 55, 60 yards. So that's while we're sitting here talking about Tua, there's a lot of guys that where he's throwing that ball, there's a lot of guys that can't throw that ball. And that's why it looks like it's hanging up there. So it's a timing thing. If you're going to throw that pass, it has to be thrown sooner. That's just like certain people say, oh, he has a great. Russell Wilson doesn't have a cannon for an arm.
He's got a pretty good arm.
Huh?
He's got a pretty good arm, though.
He's got a good arm. His timing, though. Like those balls that are being caught are only 40, 45 yards, but it's when he throws them. So it looks like, whoo, look at that deep ball.
Well, the thing that was crazy about the last game is like, you know, we know Josh Allen is a piss whistle. He did the same thing Tua did. It was all short passes to tight ends.
Right.
It's not like it's not now. We all know what he can do. You know, he can throw it wherever, but it's not like that's what their bread and butter was the entire game either.
Right.
And I think that's the thing is with this Tua thing is just basically been, it feels like the only thing he's comfortable with right now is checking it down to H-N. That's it. Like he used to be feasting over the middle, finding those guys, keeping the chains moving. And then, they would uncork explosive plays from time to time. And it just all feels muddled up right now.
Right. And part of it, put it this way, part of it is the play designs not give him an opportunity to do that, right? So you notice how open things got when he started throwing, like he threw that out route to Tyreek and he threw a couple of balls outside, right? And notice how things opened up inside. So you got to kind of do stuff like that. You can't just keep going to the well, which they were doing the first 2 weeks. Just, okay, we're going to just run our stuff. Hopefully it'll work. And you throw that pick to the parking cone in the middle of the field. Like, you can't, dude, they should not be able to figure out where you're going to throw the ball and just sit anybody there. That's bad play design. It is. Like, if I could take you and put you on the defense and tell you, Tobin, go when the ball snap, go stand here. He's going to throw it to you. And he throws it to you? Come on. That's not good. That's not good football. So, yeah.
It's been a rough watch. There's no doubt about it.
Say, Leroy, Tua doesn't need your extra cushioning when we call out his flaws. Like, it's not.
Well, I mean, I just got to be a question here because you people in the chat, you're all very stupid right now. Who's made an excuse for Tua? We've just literally been talking about the game. Like, nobody here has said, Leroy, has this been a segment? Poor Tua. He has to
not at all.
He has to play behind this line. Nobody said that the entire time. So, like, I need you guys to all get a grip. I know everybody's pissed off.
We don't need your extra cushion. There is no cushion.
I know everybody's pissed off right now. Nobody has made an excuse for Tua. In fact, everybody I think has said, like, this is very clearly the worst that he's played football. But I do think it is worth saying, and I've said this, there's people who think that Tua's always sucked. Good for you guys. But there are people that thought that Tua had some goods, and I don't see as good a guy anymore. I see a guy who's not playing up to the highest level that he's played at, and we're trying to figure that out.
Right.
If you want to call that excuse making, fine. I mean, you sound stupid. You are a bad listener, but that's okay. You guys can just live in your little world. I'm not sitting here saying this is Mike McDaniel's fault, Tyreek Hill's fault. Quite the contrary. I think that a lot of those guys have done okay for him. HN has looked good when they've gotten things going. He has been a big problem this year. There's no doubt about it. And the critiques come with what they are. He's the highest paid player. Are there other concerns on the team? Yeah, sure. But I think it's fascinating because I do think that we're seeing a guy who doesn't look as good, and I'm wondering what those reasons are. Is it because he's got happy feet? He doesn't have the time? Because this was a guy a year ago that was like, doesn't matter who's in front of me in the O-line. I get rid of it so fast.
Here's
and
the
now
problem,
it doesn't seem
though.
like that.
Just imagine you doing something that you have been absolutely sure about for a number of years, and it worked, and it worked, and it worked, and it worked, and you didn't have a problem. Like you said, didn't matter who was in front. He could make the throws. He knew where he was going with it. He could read it. Everything worked perfectly. Then somebody throws an adjustment at you, right? Now you got happy feet because you can't throw it there. And it looks different for whatever reason. I've never seen Tua with like the way he's chopping his feet and looking like it doesn't look fluid. And that's the reality of it. For whatever reason. I don't know what's going on in that man's head.
Yeah.
But I do know this. Where he was throwing it 2 years ago or last year, they've taken that away.
For sure.
And until they come up with a solution for that, he's always going to look bad. I think part of it and part of the reason why he has looked the way he has is because for 3 years, he's always been so confident in where he's throwing it. And in the first 3 weeks of the season, it looks like there's doubt, right? So that means when you have doubt, that means the balls that you end up throwing deep or late, they look like punts. The balls that you're throwing, up the middle, you're nervous because they've been picked off at the worst times. And the defense is just fooling the crap out of you. And so what you have to do with Tua, you have to reset his thinking, right? Because when you run a normal offense, it's very easy to say, okay, let's just move our direction here. We're going to read this because this is what they're doing. But you run the same plays. You just look in a different direction.
You think he needs to get on that darkness retreat with Aaron Rodgers? Reset the mind?
He don't need a darkness retreat. He actually needs more light so he can see more. Right? Darkness ain't going to help this dude. He been throwing the ball in darkness.
They got the neon jerseys this week, so maybe that'll help. I'll take my -1.
Will you please tell the people what you asked me?
What did I ask you?
About the green. I'm like
-1.
Leroy had a heart monitor on. He's been monitoring his heart, and he was explaining that
at night it blinks. And so I kept yelling to Mel, hey, your phone's going off. She goes, hey, jackass, that's that thing on your chest. It's like bright, it's blinking.
Wait a
and
minute.
so
Time out.
What?
Technology again?
No, it's not technology.
it always gets him.
So
No,
why
that's
was it
technology,
blinking?
bro.
Why is
because it
blinking?
blinks, it was blinking.
That's
when it was green.
technology.
Yeah, it's like a lighthouse.
It's like a lighthouse.
But
Oh
it's like, letting you know the
my
battery is.
-1.
So Tobin goes, was it neon green? I'm like, dude, it just like,
I just want to know, is it like traffic light green or was it neon? I was just curious.
I don't know. It's just a light
both
that's
the same.
right in my face.
I'm sorry.
And you thought it was a
Wow,
phone?
that's really annoying.
Huh?
Thought it was a phone?
Yeah, because when your phone's on
He has
vibrate,
his phone. He has light text notifications,
right?
like an insane person.
No, here.
The one that goes like
Yeah, he does like a
it
strobe
blink-
light on
Oh
this.
my goodness, why, Leroy?
It's in the other room. I don't care.
Awful.
We'll take a break. Regular old second hour coming up next. That's how they sound.
With or without you.
The intangibles love you too.
Why you ripping Bono, man?
No,
Yeah,
can
no.
I just
They
say
hacked our
this?
phones.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Early U2 was awesome.
Mhm.
I don't know what the hell happened.
Hacking U2, not awesome.
Oh, when they made us
They made
have
us
the
listen.
U2 album.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Oh, that first. Oh my God, we couldn't get that album off that
couldn't get it off
phone.
my phone.
Just put its tentacles in there.
It's
Right.
just there forever.
It's like, enough, dude. I don't want to hear this song, Bono. Just play Desire and let's move on.
But yeah.
Early U2 was
So you're talking about
awesome.
this YouTube?
Yeah, this U2's.
But didn't they were the first group to open up the
The Sphere?
Sphere?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
they did a residency there.
Yeah.
It's crazy though. Like the last, what's that? That was the 80s, early 90s. Good U2.
Yeah.
Like
You're old. We're old.
no, but I'm just saying, have they had anything good since then?
They don't have to get like a legend act. They can always come out with something. Pete, they got their fans that's always
Yeah,
gonna
they got
buy.
the hardcores. They got enough.
Yeah.
Man. Let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices are falling so fast. We're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's priced like they've lost their mind. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. Man. The Panthers.
They had a preseason game last night.
They not only had a preseason game last night, they beat the Carolina Hurricanes, who played a lot of their regulars. They beat them with basically the Charlotte Checkers,
Who's Charlotte Checkers?
Their
the
minor
Panthers
league team.
minor league team. And they had Tarasov in there between the pipes. 47 saves for New Bob.
That's what you call him, New Bob.
New Bob,
I
dude.
gotta tell you,
Please
they
do.
had a lot of decent backup goalies.
Yeah. Well, they Robbie Tallis, who is their goaltending coach, and Roberto Luongo, who have put together the goaltending excellence
Bow-legged Lou.
department. Bow-legged Lou. They feel they have put a good grip on who fits. But I tell you, this Tarasov, he is the son of Bob's idol, and so now he's big, not like Bob. He's like 6'5", but he's a moose. He's an absolute moose. And last night, 47 saves in his performance. This was Paul Maurice on what the young goalie looked like between the pipes against the Hurricanes.
Yeah, well, he had shown that great lateral movement, so we'd seen it, but you want to see it in a game, and you like a high volume night in training camp because it's almost mental for these guys, goaltenders especially. What they're really working on is being able to stay wired into a game for a full 60 minutes, right?
Focused.
That's the challenge even for guys like Sergei. It's to come back into a game. It's why he ran the whole game tonight instead of splitting, because there's a different mentality in splitting games. So that he was able to stay mentally in that game straight through. I think in some ways, I think it's a little bit easier when you get the volume that he got tonight, but he's fantastic, and that's a great thing for him. Build confidence. All the guys back home will know about the performance he had tonight, so it's good for him.
Panthers start real training camp today, like the actual Panthers. Like
The
this
real starters.
time for the boys to get out there and really practice today.
Okay.
So watching the Gators was probably their last.
That was their last hoorah there, Vlad, today. Because Paul Maurice said this in a bunch of interviews. He's like, hey, you think I'm taking it easy on you in camp? No, I'm giving you an extra week, and then it's go time.
Yep.
It's go time. He ain't here to mess around with his camp.
So, Vlad, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
what group is Bow-legged Lou from?
Bow-legged Lou?
Yeah. Isn't he with Lisa and Cold Jam?
Wow. From Full Force and all of them?
Yeah.
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 Old school right there.
Yeah. Bow-legged Lou.
Crazy. Well, Bobby Lou
Bobby Lou
and his department with Rob Tallis. They seem like they got another one.
It's amazing that they've been able to have like a really good goalie behind Bob. That when he has that stretch, or when you need to give Bob a break, or when they have back-to-backs, that they can put him in and feel very comfortable, and Bob can just get a break. Because we've seen teams, or who did they play last where they kept switching goalies.
Then Nashville?
Carolina
last week?
Carolina, they did it. Skinner, they wanted his ass out of there.
Right.
This guy's the best, Bobby.
He's the
best.
So, right, yeah.
He's got them all shook right now.
So,
you know? That's why it's enough of this heli book being up on all these lists.
You think they could do three-peat?
Yeah.
You like, unlike any other sport,
Can they do three-peat?
I'm just
They've
saying
done
it
anything
seems
not
like
to-
this is the one sport that would wear you down with extended seasons more than any other.
I think basketball as well.
But here's the thing.
But yeah,
I will say this though. This is the thing with the Panthers. They're so deep, dude.
right,
Like they're so
right.
deep.
But you can't get days off in hockey.
Yes, you do.
They do. They give days off in hockey
You can get time to time. There'll be eventually injuries that hit
because
you.
it's not like basketball. Basketball you could.
But when-
Fam, they're gonna get like at least 2 weeks off because of the Olympics.
Oh, there's the Olympic break. Now a lot of them are in the Olympics, so it depends on who goes far.
But
Right.
I mean,
All-Star too.
they
right?
get time
No,
off.
no,
there's
that
no
is the
All-Star
All-Star
because of
break
the
this year.
Olympics.
But they did that last year. Like I would say last year between the Finland and the Four Nations,
Four
and losing
Nations Cup.
Kachuk.
That was 2
And
weeks.
that's the other thing is like, look,
Kachuk got hurt in the.
whenever Kachuk comes back, like you'd hope that you're going to get a fresh. Now that this isn't going to be dropping into the playoffs, Kachuk, you'd imagine it's probably going to be sometime mid-season that we're going to get Kachuk.
Right.
So, yeah, look, I get it. It is a grueling season. I'm not
Yeah.
dismissing it as a grueling season, but I do think that they are as equipped, and that's
They're
the thing.
built. They're built to be able to go these long, extended seasons because they're so deep.
Yeah.
It's like the goaltender in the playoffs is like the ace pitcher in the postseason. If
Right.
you got a guy who can go 7 innings, you got a guy that behind the pipes that is gonna just stop everything, like Bob has shown over the last 3 seasons. Yeah, you're pretty confident going in.
Yeah. Also, the thing that Paul Maurice has done to help Bob is the defense in front of him so much different
Mhm.
than when Bob first got here.
Oh yeah, I mean, adding Seth Jones and Gustav Forsling is a beast, and just everything. I mean, we talked to the boys who are going to go there and thump people up. Like it. Look, they really do feel like top to bottom they've put it all together so well. I
you
get
get a full season of Marshy.
yeah, full season of Marchand, Mackie Samoskevich in his second full season.
Yep.
Anton Lundell's 23.
That's crazy, right?
It's and it's like we don't even talk about we just expect what Barkov and Sams are going to give us, both of them, both the Sams. Ecky's back, all locked up, and no suspensions this year because he's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
He's a good boy.
He behaves well.
And he never, whatever happened last year was not
set up.
It was a setup. It was a because he would never do that.
By the way, he's got the best cover. He's a mean guy, but then he's Bennett's buddies. Oh, he loves animals.
Oh, yeah.
Who's really gonna be upset with a
gonna
guy
hate
who loves
that guy?
animals?
Who's gonna
They tried to hate
that
him in
guy?
Canada.
They did, but then you see come on, man. Nobody's gonna hate a guy who loves animals, who saves animals.
Pretty wild.
Somehow they do.
All right, we'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. We're going to talk in about 10 minutes. Landon Quiñones, the lone wolf, is going to join us in studio.
We were comparing injuries and the process of broken jaw.
Yeah, I just called his fight Dirty Boxing 3. He fought Mike Breeden, and he was smoking him for most of the fight. He was hitting him like 6 times for his one, but one of them, the ones that hit him, broke his jaw. But now we were going to do this like right after the fight, but he broke his jaw. So now he can talk. So we'll have
Which
him.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. So we'll have him come on here. South Florida guy, went to Marjorie Stoneman Douglas and has been in the UFC, was on the Ultimate Fighter with, I believe, Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler season, and just won his dirty boxing debut. So we'll talk to him coming on up. He's visiting the studio. Dolphins, they are getting set for the New York Jets. And Sports Talk going to be Ken, sponsored by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays, the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Mike McDaniel is speaking to the media.
We got time.
We got time. Whatever he's
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, they probably haven't gotten through. If it started, what time did it start? 11:15?
I'm guessing he just started like 11:15. Yeah.
So I'm guessing he made it through one question.
No. Yeah. He's still answering the first question right now.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah.
You said he's getting. Oh no.
Oh
no,
no.
he's in the middle. He's still in the middle of answering the first question.
Probably.
You know you're in for a long answer when he goes.
He just said an right now.
Yep.
That's when you know he's lying.
Some pearls are, yeah, exactly.
And a good liar, because you know when he's lying, because he's trying to find the right thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And,
a lot of times, like coaches, and here's what you can appreciate certain types of coaches, right? Like Bill Belichick never stuttered through an answer because he was consistent with how he answered
did
questions.
grumble.
He was consistent with how he answered questions throughout his whole career. So you didn't have to think or whatever. He was going to be consistent with that. Mike McDaniel's trying to get somewhere with his answer, but it comes across not the way that he would think.
You want to know why?
Why?
I anticipated this question.
See, and that's it.
He anticipates questions.
Right.
What?
It was asked about Patrick Paul. It's from Travis Wingfield's Twitter. It's the first question I've gotten about him, which for an offensive lineman, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah. I would say here, the Dolphins are in an interesting position because they have injected this team with youth, and fans don't have the patience for young players. And so there's a lot of these guys going through growing pains from being a first or second year player, and where your team or where your fan base is or where your owner wants to be isn't taking that into account, right? So, like, Patrick Paul got an advantage last year by not playing, even though I would have played him at left guard, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got to watch a really good player. And so he seemed, even though he may have struggled a little bit when he came in last year, he looks like a different guy now.
He had to play both sides too. Like they put him at right tackle. Like he had to flip
Right.
like when he did get some time.
Right.
Do have some breaking news. Not great. Aleksander Barkov. This is from Jordan McPherson of the Miami Herald. Aleksander Barkov has left Panthers practice with a right leg injury. He says it was the first practice session in which the regulars were on the ice. It's unclear what caused the injury with Barkov as he laid on the ice for several minutes before being helped to the dressing room by 2 staff members. Barkov put very little weight on his right leg while leaving the ice. Paul Maurice said after the practice session, it's still getting looked at and should have more clarity on Friday. But that is obviously awful news.
Yep.
So,
we don't know. We don't know. Let's be clear.
We don't know.
We don't know what it is. And I would say hockey is a weird thing in that, like, yeah, you could really you don't know how severe the injury is because you're on skates.
No. We'll keep you posted if we get anything new on Sasha. Maybe I'll check in with our boy, the Hockey Hornet, and see if he saw what happened.
Hockey Hornet.
We'll take a break. Landon Quiñones, the lone wolf. He joins us next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Very excited. Joining us in studio, we got one of South Florida's own. You guys know we love the fight game here. Landon Quiñones, the lone wolf, joining us here in studio. It's good to finally do this, man. How are you?
Great, man. Great.
It's good to see you're starting to heal up. You had a hell of a fight, hell of a performance against Mike Breeden the last time. You were at Dirty Boxing 3, called your fight. Hell of a show you put on. But man, the trials of being a fighter, you had to deal with a broken jaw afterwards.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like my defense was pretty good the whole fight.
Yeah.
But Mike's tough as hell, and he wasn't gonna take an L without leaving me with something to remember him by. So yeah, it happens. But it was the first 10 seconds of the third round. I feel like I was up big, and he had to do something wild, and I blocked the first punch. Second one slipped through, and the doctor said because I still have my wisdom teeth, it's like creates a wedge between your jawbone and your tooth, so it actually makes it more susceptible to being broken if you get hit in that spot. And not saying that he wouldn't have broken it if I didn't have that spot that he hit, but it definitely made me a little bit more susceptible to it. So yeah, it's unfortunate.
You and Leroy have been bonding over broken jaw stories.
Oh, yeah,
because Leroy broke his jaw in Michigan.
Hey, yeah, man. It's the thing is, you realize how much you enjoy food,
dude,
right? Because you can't, it's everything's liquid, and no matter what you do, you can't get the same amount of calories or type of calories as a nice piece of meat.
Dude, fried chicken has been my thing. Like I always go through phases in my life of what junk food I like. And right now it's been fried chicken and Dave's Hot Chicken. If y'all listen to this, make sure you holler at your boy for a sponsorship. But I love fried chicken. Just the crunch, texture is something that you just don't really appreciate till it's taken away from you, right? Just like if you're injured, right? You can't do your sport for a long time. You don't really love and appreciate it the same until it's taken away from you. So I can't wait. 2 more weeks wired and we're good. But at least I can speak clearly.
You're going to be, it's not, listen, look, poor kid. He doesn't. You think you're just gonna be able to open up and just bite and eat whatever you want?
Oh man.
You know what's gonna be worse? Opening up your mouth and having that piece of chicken and going,
you can't eat it. You're too weak.
He's already seen the finish line, Leroy.
Chop it up for me. Chop it up for
You're just trying to take away my hopes and aspirations.
No,
I was so excited. You just ruined it for me.
All I'm saying is that you still got a long road. Be careful. Don't go at it. Just let the process take care of itself.
Yeah. I can't get hit for another month anyway. He said no contact, but
so have you been working out?
Dude, to be honest, no. He told me no running, no bent.
Oh, because you don't want to.
No vibration,
no jarring. I've been teaching and kind of pushing the limits, because I coach. That's how I make a living as well. So showing kicks on the pads or holding pads here and there, but I don't hold pads for kicks. I can't really drill. Even when I hit the bag, he said no kicks. I'm starting to slowly progress into skill training 60%, but still because of the vibration and the movement, stay away from it.
Is this the most frustrating injury of your career?
Yeah, for sure. ACL was bad, but at least I could eat and I could do other things. I could coach and stuff like that, and I feel like I got my mind off it. But here it's I can't. I feel I'm such a fat boy at heart, so I feel not being able to eat has been killing me, bro. It's killing me.
Well, your performance was great, man. Listen, calling your fight, it was all action. I know that the crowd was really excited to see you. You're a South Florida guy, so how much did you enjoy the experience at Dirty Boxing and that performance that you put on?
I love it, man. So one thing that I was really emphasizing in the build up to this fight is I've fought at home twice in the last 7 years. I fought in Australia, I fought in Vegas, I fought in Dominican Republic, but I don't really get the chance to come home and do it in front of my people. And to be honest, fighting at home is actually harder because when you fight at home, it's you have all these home obligations, you have all these people over here that are expecting you to win, and it's a lot of pressure, but I loved it, man. I feel that pressure doesn't really exist to me anymore because I'm really only worried about myself and how I feel in my own skin. So I could care less who's there and stuff. But one thing about me is regardless of how I feel on the inside about it, I feed off energy. So the crazier the environment, the more hyped up it is, the more energy I receive from the fans, the more fun I have and the better I'll perform. I've always been like that. I'd rather, if you told me fight during COVID, fans or no fans, fans all day and as many as you could fit in the place. So I loved it. I thought it was a great time. I felt like it was a great way to represent my people. I don't like to say, oh, I'm Miami, I'm from Broward, I'm a South Florida guy. How many guys you see come from all over the world that come and train in South Florida? Yep. I'm homegrown, born and raised here. So to be able to go do that and represent that crowd of people, of the homegrown people, meant a lot to me. Like, think about it. You see Terrence Crawford, Omaha. Like, I represent Sunrise, Fort Lauderdale, you know, Broward County, the Miami crew, like everyone around here, other local guys. So
I know he mentioned
it felt
Jimmy.
good to be that guy.
He mentioned Jimmy Butler in the fighter meetings we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, Landon's like, I got my joy back like Jimmy Butler. I'm like, sensitive issue for me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh no.
I was a big-
Hey, team petty. This dude is petty till death.
I'm not
no,
team.
I am too.
You
for the
are.
most part, for the
Listen,
most part.
I'm not team petty. It's just like, you know, it was still fresh in my mind, Leroy.
Here's the problem.
Mhm.
The reason why you feel so hurt
Mhm.
is because when everybody else was rats off a ship on Jimmy because of his antics, you were still, you know, behind Jimmy. So when at the end, when Jimmy let you down, it hurt a little bit more. We had already prepared ourselves for the letdown. You had not gone there yet.
Yeah, well, it was also because everybody was blaming me too. That
Oh yeah,
wasn't-
it's your fault.
No, it's not my
It
fault.
is your
Don't
fault.
say that. That's not
It
true.
is your fault.
It's not my fault.
It is your
Pat
fault.
Riley was going to say what he said, just no matter what I asked him. So please don't say that.
For sure.
That's
But
not,
who asked him the question that got him to say
it's
that?
not important. Let's ask a question to Landon, okay? But so, like, what was the feedback that you got from just doing this new sport? I am curious about it because people do seem to be buzzing about Dirty Box. I'm not saying that just because I'm on the broadcast, but like it feels like it had Shaq in the building. It felt like a big vibe. So what was I know you've been on UFC, been on Ultimate Fighter and all that, but like did you get a lot of feedback just from your performance?
I mean, I love it, man. I think, you know, Maki and these guys said, like, you know, there's a lot of exciting fights that have been in Dirty Boxing so far, but I feel as far as like a technical masterclass and display of boxing skill, I will say that I feel like I had the best one out of all the shows that they've done so far, you know?
Yeah.
You got a lot of MMA fighters that don't really have great defense or great boxing. You know, I mean, I'm not a pure boxer myself. I'm in that MMA realm, but I am I wouldn't say purist, but I'm a striker. Like, my base is striking. You know, I have good grappling and stuff like that, but striking has always been my bread and butter. Even in my fights as a professional in MMA, I have 100% takedown defense. You know, all my fights have taken place in the feet. So I feel like I was really a display of like how good Dirty Boxing can get. And you know, there's been more exciting fights, like I said, like the Brazilian before me.
No, that fight was wild.
Yeah, that was a wild.
But your
fight.
fight was really good. That fight was insane.
For me, you saw like a technical masterclass. You saw defense, you saw movement, you saw combinations flow. And these guys, it was like dropping each other back and forth. It was definitely, you could argue it was just as exciting, if not more exciting. You know, I don't want to like downgrade my performance, but that was a great fight. They deserve the bonus. They deserve the hype that they got, you know, but I feel like it's a great platform. Also, Malky and John Jones, all those guys have been around the UFC their whole careers. So being able to see the way they organize things and kind of stealing from that, the way they do it, you know, Dirty Boxing is a very organized show. The media and production is great. The way they promote the fights is great. The interviews and outside people they let in to help push the media and whatnot is great. I loved it, man. I thought it was great. I felt like I got really good feedback. You know, I feel like I see a good future in Dirty Boxing. I could do really well there. I feel like I could be their first champion as well. But, you know, right now we're just taking it day by day, step by step. I got to heal my jaw first to see what the next steps are. But I think it's a lot of clout, man. I think they're doing a lot of great things. And what the press is getting, it could be just as big as bare knuckle, just as big as the UFC, or just as big as some of these boxing promotions as well. But it's brand new. We just got to see how it plays out moving forward.
So like, is the goal for you, is it, you know, Dirty Boxing, like, do you want to get back into the UFC? Like, is that also something that's still on the check? Because we do hear that from a lot of the fighters too. Like, and I see a lot of you guys. I'm like, man, these guys got a lot of juice. Like that, there's definitely that talent there. And I know you train with the hotbed down here as well with a bunch of guys. So like, what is ultimately that road for you?
Man, I'd love to continue with Dirty Boxing. I think the rule sets fits my style well. If it gets just as big as I feel like it could get, I'd stay there. You know what I mean? Money talks. But I would like to get back to the UFC. And I feel like with the press that the Dirty Boxing is getting, even if I didn't fight MMA, I feel like fighting in Dirty Boxing, I could get back to the UFC. I still train at MMA. I still train my wrestling. I still train my grappling. I still work my kicks. Obviously for this fight, predominantly I train for boxing, you know, and I will continue to do it because it's a new skill set. I have a new coach that I've been working with the last few months. So I'm kind of going back to basics. You know, before this fight, I was on a little bit of a slump, lost on the Ultimate Fighter, lost my first UFC fight. I lost my second UFC fight. My second UFC fight, I don't feel like I really lost. I feel like I got robbed in the decision. But at the end of the day, if you look at the record, you see a red square and you see an L. So I was in a little bit of slump, and I asked him, like, what do you do when you're on this slump? Because you see a lot of these fighters, they lose a couple in a row. Their confidence is in the dirt. They have so many identity issues, so they really don't like know how to find that flow and get back. They just continue to lose. Or like they'll lose 2, 3, win 1, then lose another 2, then win 1, then lose another 3, and they're winning just enough to keep themselves in the game, but they're not really progressing. And I asked my coach, I'm like, this new coach, Jamal Hargrove, my boxing coach. I was like, what do I do what does a guy do if he loses flow? How does he get it back? Like, do you think they can ever get it back? Because sometimes like I don't see it, And he's like, well, you could, but you know what you got to do? You got to go back to basics and just take your time and go back to the little things, And I did that this fight, and I feel like I saw great results,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was impressive. The what was the experience on the Ultimate Fighter like?
Oh, it was the great. I always call it the greatest worst experience of my life. Terrible, bro. It's the thing is, like, I was also like a little immature compared to what I am now. I know it wasn't that long ago.
You were on the McGregor Chandler season,
the prospect team, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was the thing is, like, it's a lot of tension. You're in a house with 16 dudes, and like, yeah, on the show it's a team. It's 2 teams, right? And you do build like relationships with the people you're training with every day and stuff like that. But it's not really a team, bro. Like, these guys that are on my team, like, I still have that little unsafe vibe. Like, I might fight this guy. This guy wins, I might fight this guy.
Yeah.
I'm over here playing cards with this guy. I could be fighting him next Thursday. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
It was really weird and uncomfortable, and I feel like I couldn't. And then with no TV, no music, no books, like, I feel like,
God.
yeah, dude, you get super stir crazy, and like, it's like a prison with good food and a nice house. Nah, for real, you get good food and a nice
Could
house.
do
And
nothing. Could all you doing is training and
yeah, man. And even the training is more for show. Like, you're not training hard or really getting better. You're just trying to stay fresh and keep working out. So when you fight, like, you're ready to go fight. The training is all done before, but I feel like for me, like, being so stir crazy, when it got to the moment to go fight, I was so drained from all the tension that I was feeling 24 hours that, like, it folded me. Like, I just feel like I was too immature to be in that spot,
Right.
I actually have a story before I got on the show. They send you to Vegas for final selections, and they'll put you in a hotel, and like, you're not even allowed to have your room key. Like, you have a phone, you schedule your gym time for an hour downstairs. I don't know if it was because of COVID or the production team strategy to make you stir crazy. So when you get in the house with people, you start talking and stuff, But I was in the hotel, and I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and I was like, hey, well, let me call you back. I have the producer coming here. They're ready to take our phones. They're gonna take all our stuff so we can go to the house. They come to my door. I forgot his name was Cole, tall buddy. He works for Pilgrim Media Group.
Okay.
He runs the show, and he's like, hey, Landon, like, I just want to let you know, like, this is after like 2 weeks of being in Vegas, like, bored as hell, waiting for my shot. I was told I was going to be on the show. He's like, listen, you're not, we've come to decisions. We have some people that like have first dibs, and like the powers of hand say that you're not going to be on the show. We're going to get somebody else on the show. And I was like, no way, bro. Like, this is finally my shot. I don't know if you know my story. Back in 2020, I was on the Contender Series.
And you blew out your knee, right?
No, I got COVID.
Oh, you got COVID.
I got COVID.
Oh,
I got COVID, and it was week 9, and they couldn't rebook me. It was back like peak COVID. Like, they were just opening events.
right.
And then they rescheduled me for a fight on Titan FC in January. I think it was January or February. And they told me, okay, this is going to be like his contender fight. Back then, they would sign dudes not on the contender. They would sign dudes from local shows.
Oh, yeah.
And they would do it before, not short notice. They would give you a chance, right? And he's like, okay, if he wins this fight, this is going to be his contender fight because we couldn't rebook him, right? They gave me some 9-3 guy, number 1 guy in Hawaii. And a week before that fight, then I tore my ACL. So I lost 1 shot, then lost another shot. Then by the time I got back to fighting, it was 2 years off. So if you're inactive in fighting, you're not relevant. You know what I mean? So then I ended up having that same manager try to get on contender again. I waited it out. He couldn't get me. Because I won a fight coming back. I won the Titan title coming back. Big regional show back then, kind of like LFA, CFFC.
Yeah.
Won the title. And then it was waiting to get on the contender season. It was just coming up. My manager was telling me, oh, stay ready, stay ready. Season starts. Couldn't get me on the beginning of the season. Had some whack-ass excuse. Oh, international fighters get first dibs because borders just open, right? Okay, no, some whack-ass excuse. Like, I haven't lost. I'm on like a 4-fight win
That sounds
streak.
like corporate. Like,
Yeah.
just like,
Some whack-ass excuse. All finishes, you know what I mean? I was already booked on contender. Like, why can't you get me back on, And I'm over here waiting. I could have been fighting and getting busy by now,
Right.
And then I win that fight. Then after that, the manager got all the way to the end of the season. Gave me excuse after excuse after excuse every single week. Didn't get on the contender. So I defended my title, signed with a new manager, and they called me for the Ultimate Fighter for being a regional champ. The whole thing was prospects versus veterans, right? So they wanted all the prospects that were supposed to be the best guys outside of the UFC fighting the guys that were the veterans. So eventually I got on. But back to my story here, right? So this guy told me I wasn't going to be on the show. He leaves. I say a little prayer. I say, God, whatever your plan is, like, please put me on. Like, I feel, or whatever it is, whether it's good, whether I get on the show, whether I'm not on the show, your plan is good. I said a prayer. 15 minutes later, boom, boom, boom. knocks on the door, comes back. I went to bat for you with Joey, my other co-producer, and you're going to be on the show. We ended up doing it. So it was like a weird, like I said a prayer 15 minutes later, this dude knocks on my door. But you know what I feel that was? I feel like that was God's way of telling me, all right, kid, you think you're ready? I'm going to put you on the show and show you I'm going to show you not ready. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he put me on the show, and then the rest of history, I went out there, embarrassed myself, got tapped in 50 seconds. The pressure kind of broke me. But as soon as the NDA ended for the show, the UFC signed me and put me up. But in this fight game, it's all about timing and circumstances. I wasn't in the best shape. They fly me out on 2 weeks' notice to Australia on a 14-hour time change. I fight a guy with 14 UFC fights, and I'm making my debut. I feel like I put up a hell of a fight. Didn't work out. And then I got the next fight. I feel like I didn't have to win that fight. I lost that fight. The UFC shelves me for a year and a half, and then abruptly just releases me when I was really staying ready. I was putting my hand up for short notice fights. Yeah. And then now we're here in Dirty Boxing. I feel like all those headaches I had with the business of fighting, from losing this opportunity and getting injured and then winning and then not getting the opportunity after feeling I earned it. And then after that, losing a decision and then getting shelved and going through all this stuff that I went to. Dude, it's exhausting.
Yeah,
it's exhausting.
It sounds that's a lot of adversity you're going through.
Sounds like you went through a lifetime of in this business already.
Yeah, it's like, and like, to be honest, like, boo-hoo, cry about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the first one this has happened to. But like, when you do that, that's why I told you, like, I lost my joy. Like, I stopped wanting to go train. I stopped wanting to do this, bro. Like, I'm like, what? I got to the highest level in the sport. It's supposed to be the NBA, NFL, the sport. And it's like, I'm still broke. I haven't changed none of my family's life. Like, nothing's going my way. Like, why the hell am I doing this shit anymore? Doing this anymore, this stuff anymore. Excuse my language. Sorry. Why am I doing this anymore? So it's like, yeah, man. So I took a lot of time to reevaluate myself, take my time off. And, I feel like that's why I said I got my joy back, because I feel like when you do this, the only thing that's going to keep you doing this is not the business or the money. It's going to be for the love of the game. Right?
You love doing
for sure.
Yeah, you got to love of the game. So it's like when you go to class, right, or like whatever, you guys train before? You guys ever gone to a gym or a school or anything like that?
Sure.
Okay, but if you go to a school or whatever, you get your gym membership, right? You're happy to go after work. You had a long day.
Yep. You
want to go to class because you're there because you enjoy it. It's fun. Right. Like, I'm doing it because I want to be there, And I feel like I started to approach fighting like that now. And you saw that in the performance.
You look forward to it.
Now I look forward to doing it for fun, to do it, to be the best me I can be. I don't care about what the media says about me. I don't care what the fans think about me. at the end of the day, whether I win or lose, I'm going to go home to my daughter. I'm going to go home to my family. I'm going to go home and my coaches are still going to love me. And I'm going to have my personal relationships with them. My bills are going to be paid. Everything's going to be good. At the end of the day, win, lose, or draw, nothing changes. So that allows me to go and be free when I'm fighting now because of all the things that I've been through. I've kind of found that mental place that, like, I feel like I'm coming into my own, and I'm super excited for that moving forward.
Talking to Landon Quiñones, South Florida's own, the Lone Wolf, just won his Dirty Boxing debut a couple months back and healing up. So ideally, you say that, was it a few more, about a month off before you can get hit again, right?
Yeah, one more.
You got a baby on the way. Yep. So, like, ideally, you're thinking probably like early 2026, you'll be back in if all things break your way.
I mean, probably as soon as possible. Now, I was actually in pursuit of a career in law enforcement, but unfortunately, some things fell through. So now it's like I thought I wasn't going to be fighting for another 6 months to a year. But I guess when that fell through or things happen, I think that's God's way of telling me, like, you're not done, kid. Like, you got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of people to inspire, and you got a lot of skulls to crack. So, let's go.
We're looking forward to seeing it, man. Hey, we appreciate you stopping by. This was a blast, and I think you got a lot of fans in South Florida who are going to be excited to see what the rest of the journey is, Landon.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you guys for real.
Absolutely. We'll take a break here on the show. Back with more after this.
2 months at least.
It was just too painful.
No, you didn't have the.
You don't have the.
You didn't
range of
have the
motion?
strength to chew.
You don't go in it like full anaconda.
So no, you didn't have the strength to chew. Like you hadn't opened your mouth. You only opened your mouth at like 2 centimeters, right? And you only could start opening your mouth. Like usually they like after the first couple of weeks when the swelling went down, they came and tightened everything.
Thanks to Landon Quiñones for stopping by. We didn't get to because he's a South Florida guy. He was already he's like, oh, this Tua. He's also this Tua.
He wants to punch Tua?
He wants Quinn Ewers. He's like, he wants to kick the tires on.
You
Quinn
know what?
Ewers.
Can I just say this is the thing that probably upsets me more about fans than anything. Like you say, I don't like this guy or I want a different guy, but your solutions are let's just kick the tires on the guy.
See what he's got?
That's not a real solution.
It's not a solution.
You see what I mean? And that's the part that I get confused by is that everybody says, I want something different. I want a different guy. I want this or this, but your answers are not solutions.
Okay. You're right, Leroy. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we all know Leroy knows more football than all of us.
True.
That's absolutely.
I'll allow it.
No, it's not even allowed. It's a fact. We're not going to do this to my guy, okay? But, Leroy, here's how the fans look. You know, it's like a shooting star. If you see it once, you think it can happen again.
Right.
So they see Brock Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
They see Brock Purdy. They see what Brock Purdy did. They think Quinn Ewers could do Brock Purdy things, especially under the same type of offense.
Right.
That's
I got
it.
you.
That's it.
And again, I understand that, but people in this business don't get paid a ton of money making decisions on let's kick the tires on. Right. And that's just like even a coach will tell you, every coach, and every time you talk to a coach, I'm not gonna just put a guy out there and hope it works out.
Right.
I'm in this position that if I put a guy in there, I need to know what I'm gonna get. And that's like where you are.
It's also one of these things too, like it is the politics of it, of that Quinn Ewers is a 7th round pick. And like the Giants with Jackson Dart, it's like, yeah, invested a 1st round pick in them. These guys are already on the hot seat. They're gonna see what he's got because they don't have a future with Russell Wilson either way.
Well, and right. Different situation though. Like they can bring their young quarterback in because they brought in 2 guys to just see how long they could.
Little stopgap.
Right. Exactly.
Little stopgap.
Exactly.
It's also going to be an interesting thing with Mike, right? Because Mike is, he is a people-pleasing coach. Like he has a relationship, and there's no relationship he's more synonymous with than Tua's. Like Tua would have to, he'd have to like 3 interception at 2 more games in a row for it to even be a thing he thinks about.
Right. But I'm just out of curiosity. What do people think is going to happen if Quinn Ewers goes into a game? Like, and you can't, like, the answer can't be, let's just see what he has. No, that's not an answer. That's not an answer. And for people, I think that's the part that gets me more than anything, is that every time I get upset at a conversation we have or that I have with fans, right? The conversation is never about whether you want this guy or don't want this guy. The question with me is, what is your solution? Because, you could make a change and your team could be worse. Then what?
Well, I mean, in the Dolphins case, there's a point where it really can't get worse. Like that was Mike McDaniel's argument a couple of weeks ago, where he was like, "What's the good side? It can't get worse." And we're like, "Hold my beer." Like, we give me a couple. You lose to the Jets and you lose to the Panthers. If he's still here, it can get worse. It can get worse. Now they did play better. Obviously, hard to play worse than they did week 1.
Of course,
but yeah, I think. I mean, like, if people don't think that the money they invested in Tua is not a factor, like, welcome to sports, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Of course it is.
Yeah, we've all, in the real world, let's just be clear. in the real world, we have put up with stuff because of the investment that we put into it, right? It's life, but again, you understand there's probably only 20 to 25 teams that have a quarterback they think they have a quarterback they can win with. That means there's 7 to 10 teams, right, that don't have a quarterback, that are searching. And so, like, to think that, oh, we can just find another guy. We can find a Brock Purdy. We can find, oh, yeah, they found Brock Purdy, but guess what they lost? A third pick, it was second pick in the draft?
Trey Lance.
Mm-hmm. So they just found this guy. They didn't want Brock Purdy to have to play because they invested a second pick in the draft. You know how bad Trey Lance had to be for them to just say, no, we'll take the 0. We'll take the L on a second pick in the draft.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. So, okay, I get that. But they, like, most of these quarterbacks that are found late in the round, the stars align with their situation, and they end up playing in some of the best circumstances in football. You very rarely have a situation where a guy who comes in, look, you can go to Tom Brady, you can go to Brock Purdy, you can go to Kurt Warner, you can go to Tony Romo. All those guys, you know what they ended up playing for? Really good teams. Really good teams at the time. So their landing spot, regardless of where they were drafted, was a lot better position than you're saying, let's just throw Quinn Ewers in and see what he has. It's not going to go as well as you think. Not because of Quinn Ewers, but because of this team, where they are right now. They're not in a position to accept the guy, to bring a guy in and have him play quarterback that can just learn.
It's not like he's got an empty cupboard, though. If they were to do that, I'm not saying that they should do it right now, but it's like he does have good weapons that he could go to. It's not like he's got nothing. He's got a good running game, or a good running back.
Why do people think I'm defending Tua?
People are crazy right now, dude. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices are falling so fast, we're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's price like they've lost their mind. Buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. Marlins got hammered by the Phillies yesterday, 11-1. Not dead yet, but very slight pulse. Very slight pulse.
We know that, but we rather see what Quinn Ewers can do. We already know what Tua can. Like, I don't. Like, I can't understand how a fan base could complain year after year after year about how long it's been since you won a playoff game.
Yep.
And be willing to make a move like that.
There's a point. I definitely think
there's a point.
There
is a point. But I'm saying, do you understand what like you're like to make
you're grasping at straws. Like there's a point.
But then next year, when the season starts, you're going to include this year if they go that route and say another year we didn't make the playoffs.
Well, why shouldn't that count?
No, because then why are you willing to make a move like that if you want to win?
Well, if Tua keeps stinking,
okay,
it's not like
I get it.
That's the thing.
At this point, this is not a matter of defending Tua. This is a matter of making a move,
right,
that could make you much worse. That's
again though, that's the thing. Like the Giants just had a game where Russell Wilson threw for nearly 500 yards and they still pulled him. Like I'm saying, like Tua has the games where he turns the ball over every single game.
But Quinn Ewers isn't a first round pick.
I understand he's not. I understand he's not.
All right, I got you.
But there is going to come. There has to be a point, especially if it's. I mean, you don't think that the conversation will happen if they do play? Let's say the defense bounces back a little bit against the Jets and Tua still is yakking the ball up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that conversation is going to even be perused a little bit?
No,
I don't know.
No, it's not. And again, it's not a defense of Tua. It's that think of what you're suggesting or people are suggesting, that we bench Tua and put in seventh rounder, right?
Mhm.
Rookie.
What about Zach Wilson? What?
Let me call him. He's in Boca. He's in Boca. Like, I forgot he was on the team. Like, even if you took
Wait,
even
you gonna call him in Boca? Why? He's with the old ladies.
He's that blue martini.
Blue martini. Here's
Early
what I
bird
could
special.
say. If you had come to me with Zach Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
I would maybe be a little more okay with that, because he does have some of the things that Tua doesn't, including arm strength or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why Zach Wilson is here is because of his decision making with the football.
Mhm.
So, like,
But the decision, like, that's the thing, is like Tua's
right again,
taking. He's not taking care of the football.
Again, all I'm saying is that, like, let's not be in the group that makes decisions just to make decisions.
Well, I think it's a fascinating thing to see, because, like, I agree with you. I'm not ready to bench him yet. I'm not ready to bench Tua, but I am curious to see what is that.
What's the boiling
What's
point?
what's the breaking
I got
point?
you. No,
I know. Okay, the fans are already there. They don't have to have the repercussions of, hey, we paid this guy this. Hey, I have a relationship with this guy. Hey, this guy's part of the reason I have the job. Hey, this guy's part of the reason I got my extension. Talking about Mike McDaniel and Tua.
Right.
Like, and I'm sure, yes, it's easy to type into a keyboard or call in and say, no excuses. It's like, yeah, but let's be real about it. And I'm curious to see what that breaking point is for Mike McDaniel, because I don't necessarily think it's as far as you think it is.
Right.
Because I do think that they're going to get to a point where it's like, hey, if this guy doesn't look
right
like the guy that we paid, then when do we try something to see if it can spark the offense
after next year?
So you think he gets the whole season?
Yeah.
So you're gonna give him 2 years? Okay.
Well, I'm just and here's what the financial part of all of this,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I didn't talk about it before. I wasn't even including it.
Right.
Like most other people were talking about how much he makes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even including that. Okay. But if you have a quarterback making 50 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much you think it's going to cost you to get another quarterback that's going to be
They'd probably have to
decent?
draft one. I mean, like, that's usually what's happening now when these teams have to eat it. Like, they go get a rookie. Denver went and got a rookie.
And then they just ate
Atlanta, they got a rookie. They just
I don't think they'll eat the contract.
But that's
money.
how they would do it.
And my question to you is this: how much of what is happening to this team is because of the construction of the team, right? So when you look at offensive line, when you look at defensive line, when you look at some of the positions that are now super, super young
Mhm.
and require more guys to develop, right? How much of that plays a role in the overall success or lack thereof of the whole team?
I think that so you're saying, like, just the idea how much of the rest of the team would be ready to win,
right?
I definitely on the defense, they're basically starting from scratch, right? Because it's like, you have a bunch.
You
of
got 4 or 5 young players over there. You don't have any corners.
Let's look at the team. Like, let's say this season goes awry. All right, they're going to trade Bradley Chubb. All right, they're going to trade Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
You have Minka here. I don't, I guess he's going to be. He's still young. He's 28, so, like, you don't have to rush to get rid of him, even though he hasn't looked like any first prize either.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you would need to bring all of that off. You probably need to. I mean, it would be nice if you could get a right side of the offensive line that is upright.
Yeah, but here's what I would say. There, just in a team sport, there's a lot of other players for some teams that have to play well for others to play well. And I would say that once Tua started getting banged up and hurt, then I think more of an emphasis should have gone into building your offensive line and then like going from there. But the way you've patchworked and put that thing together, right, doesn't make it more difficult to evaluate all of your other issues.
Yeah and no. Like, I mean, like, well, here's the thing is they needed Jonas Savaianaya to basically walk into the league being great. Which
he was a second rounder. So he can play, but to put him in as a rookie and expect him to be a finished product is unfair to him.
Yeah, and that's the other, like, you and that's the same thing with Kenny G, right? Like, it's you needed these guys we knew the Dolphins needed to fortify the trenches, but to give these guys 3 games and be like, save us.
Right. Like, look, wait, and I'll give you a comparison. We were talking about Patrick Paul last year, why he ain't playing, why he ain't doing, development. He needs development. He had an offseason. He comes back. He's a different player than he was when he played his rookie year. So we've seen.
Even Chop, like the guy in the middle of the Chop took half a year.
It took half a year. So like the problem is you have a bunch of different players on your team in different spots of your career. When they built Detroit, everybody seemed to be on the same page, same age, same time frame, right? When you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, everybody seems to be on the same time frame, right? As far as how many years this guy, how long the offensive line is going to be together, how long the defense is going to be together.
Yeah, the Dolphins situation is not conducive to development right now.
Right.
It's too much. There's too much heat.
There's too many old guys, too many young guys, too many guys want to win now, too many guys need development.
Yeah, and too much. The patience is too thin right now.
Right. So
there's just like, if this would have happened, see the Dolphins, and that's the thing with Mike McDaniel, right? Like, he comes in this situation that most first-year coaches don't. He came in with a team that had a winning record and then made splashy trades.
Right.
So you kind of you did team building on steroids. Typically, a coach comes in a Ben Johnson situation. Right. They come in where, you got some pieces, but we're going to revamp a little bit. But you're probably going to have some stinkers. And that'll be all right. That's what it is. You're going to climb up. The Dolphins came in, they were expected to go blow for blow with the Bills, and they didn't.
They didn't build their team like the Bills did.
No, they didn't. But
right.
it's now you're at the point where, okay, this flamed out. Really, their window was 2 years ago when they lost on Monday Night Football and it all went to hell. That was their window. Because
this team is the seventh youngest team. There isn't a lot of. Yes, there is. You talk about old guys. Go look at your whole defense.
No, the only old guys on defense are Minka and Zach.
And Zach and Chubb.
Chubb's old, yeah.
And
Judon.
Judon.
They didn't invest a lot in Judon.
But again, like the thing that sucks about this situation, and it is what it is, right? Is that you have a bunch of guys who probably need more development that are getting it on the fly, and this team is not in a place to allow that development because they need to perform now. And it's not fair to them. It's not fair to Jonah. Like, if he was a plug-and-play guy, he would have went in the first round to somebody else. He needed development.
It's close to first round. 37 is pretty close to a first rounder.
Yeah, close.
It's pretty close.
But close. Because you know why somebody who took him in the first round? To get that extra year. So when he fell to the second round, right, there's going to be a little bit of development there. Is going to be required. To see him and to say after his first 2 games, he had the worst grade of anybody in the league. Is that being fair to him when you know he needs development? He's not getting the same development as Patrick Paul did. Patrick Paul didn't even play, and he was a first rounder. Oh, he's a second rounder?
He was a second rounder.
Second rounder. Okay.
But
so
I get your point. Yeah. I don't disagree with you. It's just they're not in a position that they need to be in, truly.
Right.
And the problem is that's what happens when you pay a quarterback. It's like once you pay the quarterback, you're expecting, hey, we're giving him all this money in a salary cap sport. He's going to have to cover up some stuff. And there are guys that can and Tua's not, because now we're talking about stuff that still needs to be covered up for Tua, and I think that's where everybody's frustration.
But
is at.
are we talking about things that should have been fixed by now?
Yeah,
The
I think
offensive line
the
should
idea
have
that
been
we're
fixed.
still talking about the offensive line is
Yes.
it's literally been a conversation for the whole 25 years that they haven't won a playoff game.
Right.
But specifically, yes, under this regime.
And so what I would ask you is this, and this is like probably where I am with all this, and I ask you this all the time.
Mhm.
Okay, if Tua's not the guy, I will accept that. But are you going to bring somebody in that's better than him?
Right
And-
now?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't
So-
think Zach Wilson's better than him, and I don't think Quinn Ewers is better than him.
So
But
that's where you are. So until this year is over, that's where you are right now. And then at the end of next year, we can have this conversation again. But that's the way it needs to be done. Like, to get frustrated and say, oh, we can do it. We can find somebody else. No, you can't. There's a bunch of teams need a quarterback.
Trevor Janis? I'm just messing with you.
We're going to have a bullpen game. That's the way I look at Jameis and I look at Joe Flacco. It's like baseball saying we're going to have a bullpen game because they're going to come in and give you 3, the best innings of your life. And then.
Could have used them last night.
No, you couldn't have.
For the fish.
Because how do you know you're going to get the one that was going to give the 3 scoreless innings and one that's going to give up the 8 home runs?
Ooh.
That's what you're playing when you play with Joe Flacco and Jameis. 450 or 150 and 4 picks.
Take a break. Back after this. Everybody, Tobin and Leroy here with you at 104.3 FM WQAM. Paul Maurice today. No update on Aleksander Barkov. If you guys are just tuning in, Barky today got taken off the practice ice. Something happened to his right leg, and that's not great.
Day to day.
Our sweet Sasha. We don't know that it's day to day.
I don't know. Like, hockey is the weirdest thing when it comes to that. Like, dude could have an amputation. They go lower leg injury. That's it. That's all you get. Or like when didn't they say that with Kachuk? Lower leg injury. 5 months later, he needs surgery. What's wrong?
She just did like a check-in on her selfie teeth. She's like, grinning at the. I was like, "Are you good?"
I was trying to make sure to have cake in my teeth.
I mean,
that was all.
Listen, you did devour that. Like you were like in
It's
cake
hungry,
heaven.
man. And it was good cake.
The people's
No.
champ, Scott, on Twitter, he has sent us, "You guys are unbelievable," with a file of excuses.
It's not
And then he goes, "You guys don't understand that some of us have seen this fiasco coming for 4 and 5 seasons.
Great.
You're acting like it's something short term just because there were we're only 3. It's not. Tua hasn't ever been the guy. Grier has never been a good GM."
Okay. Great.
I'm sure, Scott, I'm sure you never rubbed your nipples when they traded for Tyreek Hill. I'm sure that never happened, dude. I'm sure here that when that what
Why do you gotta go there?
I want Scott to admit to me.
What was that?
I want Scott to admit to me right now. I
Why
dare
was
Scott,
that?
call in. I dare you, dude. Call me right now, and I want you to tell me that you never rubbed your nipples when Tyreek Hill was going willy-nilly down the sideline, because you sat here and you were like, Tyreek Hill's willy-nilly down the sideline, and you're just sitting here non-rubbing nippleless, and you're like, this'll never work. That's how you were watching games. That's how you all watch games, apparently. You're a bunch of pessimistic pollies, and that's how it is. Because it's more, hey, listen, let me tell you something, dude. It's easier as a sports fan to be pessimistic than optimistic, okay? It is. You could sit here, and you could be like, oh, I don't know what's going to work. It's not, you remember the dude from Major League, Randy Quaid? Remember how easy it was for him to flip?
How easy?
Don't worry, they'll blow it in the 9th. They'll blow it. Is this him? Hey, Scott, is that you? Scott, is that you?
It's me.
All right, dude.
Not once have I rubbed my nipples.
You rub nipples! You admit you never rubbed nipples with Tyreek Hill?
Nipples, not once.
You did it.
I'll tell you why. Tua has never been the guy, so it doesn't matter that you get a Ferrari, right? If the rest of it doesn't work.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not lying.
You are a liar, dude. Have you ever done the waddle? You've never done the waddle in your living room?
I like Waddle. Who says I didn't like Waddle? Of course you like Waddle.
So who threw him the ball, dude? You just were like blinded? You're like, it was all Waddle. Never anybody throwing him the ball.
No, I like what we gave up so much for Tyreek. It was like, come on. Grier has been trying to die. He's going to defend this hill. He's going to die on the Tua Hill. He's done everything. That's why he traded all these pieces.
He's not, because
It's kind of hard to. It's kind of
He's not
hard
going
to
anywhere,
do when
though.
you owe the guy $100 million in this year and next year.
Very expensive hill.
Right.
It is an expensive hill, but that's what he's going to die on. This team never had a playoff window.
Hey.
This was all fugazi. It was all fake.
You never got the
Always.
Goosies?
No, not even one with the 70 points.
I don't
against
believe it. I don't
Denver.
believe it.
I-
No way, dude. Let me tell you something right now.
Listen,
I want you. No.
listen.
You tell me the truth right now. No judgment. You didn't get the Goosies on the Ravens comeback or the 70 pointers. No Goosies?
No, I don't root for my team to lose. I'm a lifelong
No,
Dolphins
you're
fan.
changing the topic. Sounds like somebody who got the Goosies.
No, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. When they win, I'm happy. I'm like, good. No, I don't want to see my team lose. Who wants to see that? Nobody wants to see that. But even with all that, my wife came and told me, why aren't you more happy about us putting 70 points on Denver? I go, because it's fake.
Nah, you didn't say that. Put your wife on the phone.
Absolutely
Put your wife on the phone right now. You put your wife on the phone right now.
I'm driving.
I don't believe that you know what? You know what I think? I think your wife walked in on you rubbing your nipples when we had 70 points on the Broncos.
Nipples, not one.
Len is about to come in here telling you to stop
You know,
talking about nipples.
you know what's amazing? They're all commenting like I'm the one talking. Right?
We got to take a break.
All right, let's take a break.
I can't wait till I unveil my new buttons next week, Vlad, because Mike Biamonte did a new recording for us, so I can hit these fools with some -1 for hobnobbery.
Oh man, can't wait.
Can't wait.
These guys can't, and the breaks are longer now.
I know. They have plenty of time. Plenty of time, Vlad. Oh my God. Let's get to a fantasy football update brought to us by the delicious Tito's Handmade Vodka. Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason, distilled 6 times till it's just right. Tito's is known for great vodka, giving back, and doing good for dogs. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Incorporated, Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. You got anybody in fantasy tonight, Vlad, on the Thursday Night Football watch? You got Kyler Murray?
No, I don't have anybody.
Marvin Harrison Jr.?
No, he be dropping balls too much.
Dude, what's up with that?
I don't know. It's weird.
I thought he was like they said
he was supposed to be the second coming.
Yeah, and the only game I remember having a good game, the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
When Tua came back from the concussion.
Who?
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah,
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? I'm going to tell you what the issue is with. He can catch the ball, but he has a problem getting open because he's not that explosive.
I thought he was like the can't miss messiah of
But
receiving.
he's not as fast as his dad. He's a lot bigger than his dad. So imagine, just think about this. One of the things I said about who's the wide receiver that went to Metcalf? Like, be careful, Pittsburgh, because he really never gets any separation. As fast as he is, he doesn't run routes that create separation. Now, he can catch them, but it catches up to you when you can't get separation, right? Marvin Harris is the same kind of way. Another guy who was like that, who never got any credit or respect, is Anquan Bolden. Dude caught everything in the slot, was always had a guy swarmed all over him, but caught everything, right? There's certain guys that get into the league that they use it as a hindrance, but they do well at it, right? There's a lot of guys that never had a lot of separation but catch the hell out of the football. So yeah, that's kind of the thing with him. It's not that he's not a good player. It's that it takes a while to earn that stripe in this league that you can just chuck it up and my guy's going to go get it.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker, Vlad?
No, nobody
None of
from the
these
Cardinals.
guys?
No. I mean, yeah, the only guy I would have gotten was James Conner. I like my squad. My squad is a very good team.
Mm-hmm.
I got Bo Nix and Jordan Love as my quarterbacks. I got Haitians. He's got to play better. Ashton Genty and Jonathan Taylor.
As first games, though.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor. Oh, my God. He's so good. Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. And it's weird because usually running backs that play on a team that struggle like that, the first thing they do is get rid of their running back. Just ask the Giants. When in actuality, that's the guy that's going to ease the transition to another quarterback.
Indiana Jones and the Taylor of Doom.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Is
there
that
you go.
crazy though? Like,
Got that
this is making my overall point
Tyler
over
Warren,
franchises.
Look at that, Tyler.
How franchises can ruin players.
Do you think the Dolphins miss Jonathan Smith?
You think? It's tomorrow, Friday.
Dude, let me ask you a question.
Problem?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When
You were very
you
mad
had
about that.
Jonnu Smith and you're still trying to bet Julian Hill anytime touchdown, what do you think?
Better odds.
We got Darren Waller coming back this week, dude. Don't worry.
You can't even say that seriously, sir.
You can't. Like, come on. Does everybody understand what's wrong with this team? If that's what we're looking forward to? Huh? You say I'm defending Tua. I mean, we got rid of a Pro Bowl tight end to sign a guy who hasn't played a down in a year and a half.
It's incredible. It really
I
is.
tell you what. Listen.
Don't curse.
Careful.
Darren Waller,
History.
right? I do not know you. I have
Look at
not
the
met
camera when
you.
you say stuff like that.
I've heard that you've had success playing this game. couple of years ago. But the way they brought you in and the way they have talked about you, I'm going to tell you like this.
Oh, okay.
Don't lose.
Whoa!
That's
Whoa! Time out.
Yo ass. Wait,
Time out.
wait. The way they talk about Darren Waller, he better come onto the field balling.
Time out.
Don't want to hear it.
I agree with you.
I'm like you
But
got me all warm and fuzzy for some
Hold on.
tight end play, and the tight end don't even play in camp, and he ain't played football in the year that. Hey.
What happened here? I thought Freaky Friday was tomorrow.
Nah, man.
You turned into Tobin.
No, here's the problem.
You turned into
Here's the problem,
Tobin.
Vlad.
I'm proud
Here's
of
the
him.
I got an
problem,
extra
Vlad.
day, so I'm gonna be at it again on Monday. More worked up.
It's a loose end.
Look at Tobin like a proud pop. It finally happened.
Proud
Hey,
Transformation
I'm just telling you.
happening.
Look
I'm gonna just tell you right now.
He all grows up.
Right now, it ain't my fault that I feel this way. It's not my
all
fault that
grown
I
up.
feel this way. Y'all brought me in. It's like me going to a restaurant and you got me all excited for oysters, and then I get there and you ain't got no damn oysters. You got me all excited for
You
some
better
tight
have
end.
oysters,
Whoa.
okay?
You got me all
Hey.
excited for some tight end
Whoa.
play
Oh, okay.
because we got rid of a
That
Pro
just
Bowl
sounds
tight
weird.
end.
Let's
And
just
then-
can we
no,
just
The
rephrase
only thing
that?
you hit me
Rephrase
with,
that.
the only thing you hit me with is some damn Julian Hill anytime touchdown.
Better than loose end play though.
They confuse you with what? Some tight end play.
I can't.
Hey yo.
I love your rant. It was great. I'm sorry. I'm glad. That line it made me laugh. It made me laugh.
Been looking forward to tight end play.
You were looking forward to tight end play, and you don't like no meat. You don't like no meat near your
Next to
Snickers.
your,
Your
next to your
Snickers.
Snickers. True.
You don't like no meat near your Snickers, and you were really you really were looking forward to some tight end play.
Don't lose.
That's basically the message.
This is a great segment.
What?
Not you. Not you.
If anything, I instigated all of this.
A great rant. Proud of you.
So if he doesn't perform, we're gonna say we came in here with some loose end play.
Yeah.
It's a new show term
I
now.
wanted tight end play. We got loose end.
Please click that.
Like, what? At least I ain't been betting on some tight end play for the last 2 years.
That's right. That's true.
You've been betting on the touchdown from Julian Hill for 2 years. Only thing you got is a 2-point conversion.
Mhm.
That don't even count.
Tight ends have come up empty for me.
Hey, yo. Guess we can't talk football now.
Somebody says, Blue Chew, get in on this. Take a break. Final hour coming up. Fun at your expense.
Really? Vlad seems to be enjoying himself.
We are enjoying ourselves. We are enjoying ourselves, but it's not just. We're just having fun, baby.
You see?
I'm just saying it was just the terminology. By the way, they do this thing on YouTube, like all the sayings that commentators say during the NFL game. And
oh my God. No, I've seen TikToks about that.
Yeah, it's
funny.
hysterical. So
because there's no context.
Right.
There's no context,
Oh man, speaking of commentators, you know what I found out yesterday?
What's up?
So Dwyane Wade is broadcast for Amazon this year. He's going to be in the first year of Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
You know who he's doing his first game with? Kevin Harlen.
Oh, wow.
He gets to do the game with Harlen.
By the way, yesterday, that was a great segment. Harlen or no Harlen.
Oh, I miss him so much. I really do. But D Wade and Kevin Harlen are going to be on the first.
When I played, we were that way with Madden.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Summerall.
That had to be cool.
Does it puncture you a little bit? What's happening?
That D Wade's doing a Harlan game. It doesn't. That makes me. That
Harlan's
makes
like when we think of Harlan though, we thinking of football, right?
No, but it should bother Tobin.
Why?
Because that's his favorite announcer with his favorite player, and they won't be doing many Miami Heat.
No,
games.
they won't be. They won't be.
They're not on TV.
They're doing a Lakers game. You said whatever the first Lakers game is. You know, that was like what Jimmy Butler said. He asked me one time in the locker room. He goes, they were playing the Knicks, and he goes, that on ESPN? I'll go, Celtics Pacers. He goes, sounds about right.
Oh, they didn't put the Heat Knick game on TV.
They put Celtics Pacers.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, it's all right. I don't need national TV. I got Eric Reed and John Crotty
and 37 wins.
You don't know that. It could be better.
Hey.
Could be better.
Could
Could
be.
be better.
No, I'm just saying that's why you're not on TV.
You seen Kel'El Ware? Maybe so.
No, all right.
Again.
Relax. I heard this conversation as well. Okay.
Baby Zoe.
No, he's not.
I'm telling you.
You know what? He is Baby Zoe. He looks like how Zoe did when he was a baby.
You say Zoe was born 7'2".
He might as well say he's a baby Zoe. Get out of here.
Wait, he also said he got swole.
That's what.
I'm telling you, dude.
Tobin says that about everybody, right?
And here's the thing. And the way Tobin was answering, Tobin got you. That's why I was like, he got you guys. Because here's the thing. If Kel'El Ware has like 0.4 of muscle, he's going to say, you see, he gained muscle.
Okay,
he
but
gained
that
some
doesn't
muscle.
mean he's swole.
I think he is, though.
That's going to be
That's
Tobin's
what you
line.
think.
But Tobin's going to say he gained some muscle mass.
Right.
So therefore,
first question at media day for him.
What's the question?
How much muscle you put on?
How much muscle mass you put on?
No, but that doesn't mean you gain weight.
I'm going to say, hey,
that doesn't mean you gain weight.
Kel'El,
that means you're getting cut, getting ripped, and getting in shape is different than what you're talking about. You're making it sound like he gained 25 pounds and got swole.
Kel'El Ware, welcome to media day. You register those? What?
Dude, I'm gonna get up.
You know what? I want you to do that.
I dare you to ask him that.
I want you to do that.
And I'm getting up. I am getting up.
Wait a minute. Are you going to play Bam in Domino's?
Is there going to be a rematch?
Is there a rematch?
I mean,
you could set it up now.
I don't know if he's expecting it.
I got a great.
No, but we got to get the rules first.
I got
to establish some rules.
You know
first.
what? Do it. I mean, like, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You want to be petty?
Hmm?
If you start beating him, he's like, I bet you I won't lose to Asia. That would hurt.
Ooh,
that would hurt.
Don't do that.
That would hurt.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Doral VW just broke the rules of gravity. Prices are falling so fast. We're checking for a crater. Volkswagen's priced like they've lost their minds. Doral VW, buckle up. No one sells for less. No one. Mike McDaniel, he spoke to the media.
We only got an hour left.
All right, well, you got to give me a minute 11. Here's part of his answer on Tua.
The game of a franchise quarterback is never just still. So there's a ton of things based on my experience with him. I know where he's at. I know the challenges that have been in front of him. And yeah, we talk about each and every play through a vision that's highly communicated. So, I think all things, throwing the football, he's capable of, and there's opportunities that he needs to take advantage of. There's also a ton of opportunities to turn the ball over that he hasn't taken. He's really answered the bell for 99% of the time as a quarterback, especially in games where turnovers are 0-0. You can get substantially better than not having one play.
Wait, did he just say like, hey, there's a lot of throws he didn't turn over though?
Right.
Is that what he hit us
it's
with?
like, you guys not only see the good throws, you don't see the throws that he didn't make that would have resulted in an interception. Are we serious?
Croqueta King says, make it stop. RV
Somebody just told me over there,
Hmm?
hey, land the plane.
That was you.
I didn't say that. No, somebody told me that. That's why I told you.
RV Richie says, shoot me, please. Hunter says, so painful. And then Rothschild says, everyone is swole to Humpty Dumpty. That's not nice.
But hey, all I need to say is I want to see on Saturday. It's on Saturday, right?
What? Who? What's Saturday?
The bike ride.
Oh, don't worry about me, dude. I'm good. I'm waiting for it.
I give you a minute and a half. You're going to be breathing like a horse.
I'm getting a lot of chats of people yelling.
Oh,
calm down, people.
Jeez.
We'll get it fixed. But yeah, that was a lot of words from Mike McDaniel on Tua.
That was longer than a minute and 11.
Swear to God.
Oh my goodness.
Swear to God. It's just a lot of
Man,
you know?
I got you.
Have not seen this many losers talking about football since I watched the Miami Dolphins post-game interviews.
I don't even know him and I want to kick his ass.
That's
Right?
so sad. We
It's
got.
right.
You know why
we
you're
caught
upset? It's because of
strays.
the accent. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just
But
very,
it
you feel
sounds
snobbish.
It sounds
Snobby and snooty. That's
Yeah.
all it is. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. But usually you don't say that about England, not Scotland. Right? It's
That the
hard-
snooty?
the Scottish
I don't
How
think
do you
it's-
think he looks like?
Short, bold,
No, he doesn't.
short. The Scottish are not
portly.
like snooty. It's not proper English. Like
Yeah.
you know what you're getting into.
He has a George Jefferson haircut.
What does he look like? You got a picture of him?
He's a young guy. He's actually
Yeah, I was already shocked the way.
he's
when I
actually
saw
pretty
him.
handsome. Pretty handsome for a comedian. I think
Oh,
he
he's
was,
a comedian?
yeah.
Oh,
That's
that
why
means
they
he
have
really
him
get
on.
the two-piece. Not funny, dude.
He's made
Well,
he's
not funny to
what's his
you.
name again? Eric? No.
Ian something.
Is it Ian with a?
Or is it Ian?
Yeah, Sterling. There you go. Found
Is it Ian Sterling or Ian
Ian
Sterling?
It's
Sterling.
probably. Oh, really? Who's the Ions? Is that like the
Ian
English?
Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here you go.
Badfish says no update on Barkey.
No.
Paul Maurice, this is what he said today. Hold on, I got the quote here. He said he'll get looked at today. But yes, for those just tuning in on the headlines, Barkov got hurt at practice today. He apparently laid on the ice for a little bit, according to reports. Then they had to help him off. Didn't put weight on his leg.
How can you tell if they dragged him in?
Ooh, okay. Hold on. I got all right. Local 10 has tweeted out video of the injury.
It looks serious.
Tell us how it looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it over.
Let me tell you.
I'm gonna send it over to the professor over here.
Let me run it back. Run it back.
As they look, and everybody's in the listening on
Ooh,
the FM or AM side.
So, is it a knee or a hammy?
Well, here's the walk off.
Because it slipped from under him. This one of the skates slipped from under. It's just right leg. If it was a hamstring, his leg, it would still be on the ground. So I'm guessing knee.
Okay, knee. What do you?
It didn't look great. It kind of looked like he got.
It looked like it looked like it slipped from underneath him. So like
a ligament.
Yeah, it looked like
MCL?
it just slipped out.
MCL, ACL, PCL.
Yeah. No, usually you only do PCL when you get it hyperextended.
Could it just be hyperextended?
No.
So you think?
Because if you hyperextend, you can still put weight on.
He was. It looks like it just kind I don't know if it was no contact or he got.
Oh,
hit.
Smee the Smoke. It was his knee. Thanks, Dr. Obvious. Actually, people were saying it was his hamstring right away, so we didn't know. I watched that video and right.
Hey, Schmeathan, you do have the access of other things that we don't while we're doing a show.
Not great.
Slipped out. MCL, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it slipped out.
Yeah.
How long is that? That's a season?
Yeah.
Can they use that? This is the last year of using the money thing?
Yep. He's already locked and loaded.
Sheesh.
That sucks.
There's literally like two guys, like if this happened to on the Panthers, you're like, oh no. And it's like him and Bob.
Right.
Because it's like, yeah, but I mean,
but the
done
way their
Chucky
team
thing.
is built up, you can get away with it, but you just lose some of that depth. Now, if guys like Sammy come along, right, then maybe you
Well,
might.
I wonder if they're gonna put. I wonder if they bump up Lundy, Baby Barky, put him on the top line.
Yeah. Baby Barky. Well, they don't call him Baby Barky. He replaced Barky, right?
Not good.
Did you jinx him?
Me?
With your antics?
What did I do?
We hadn't talked Panthers until you started talking Panthers today. And then boom.
Yeah.
Why am I always blamed for
I feel like
everything?
you can't put this
Because
on him,
whenever something goes wrong, you've had some communication with said person.
That's not fair.
It's actually your fault. Both
when
you
the,
guys.
wait,
Okay, but you were
wait,
the
wait.
talking to him.
When the heat went sideways,
Hmm?
who did we go to? You had a conversation with both Pat.
What about the years that they went to the finals? Do I get credit for that?
That is true. You got to give him that. You got to. You got to. You can't blame. If there's blame, you got to give him praise at
He
the
just
same
likes
time.
he likes to put this mush
You got
X
to.
on me.
You got to be fair. We're fair. And hey, us, our people, we're fair.
Black and Barkov. What? Not. It looked like non-contact.
Because look, we
Yeah,
blamed them.
slip.
We blamed them
That's what it
for we blamed them for Bob. Remember, we blamed them for Bob when Bob was playing bad. And
No,
then-
but I've always said with Bob, he's like, I can't quit you. I love Bob. He loves Bob.
I know.
So
and,
I
and
don't
then Bob
even-
turned it around.
I just let him go ahead and kind of, have his moment with it. You know what I'm saying?
but you are definitely a mush though, Tobin.
I don't. What?
The Jimmy question.
That wasn't a mush, dude.
That was the Pat question.
It's not my fault that Pat had answered that way. He's a grown man.
But you asked Jimmy the same thing, and he gave you those looks. That look to this day, that still warms your heart. It flutters your heart.
Have you forgotten the look? It's right here.
Look at that. Look how you're looking. Look how you flutter. Look at you. You start smiling. You're blushing. Oh my God, you're red right now.
Oh,
Hey, can
It's
I
not a
just
good
tell
mood.
you that over enthusiasm that you have for certain players?
Oh, did I tell you that I fired up the trade machine last night? Speaking of the Warriors,
Oh, I saw that.
I think I make all parties happy, right? So the Warriors, this Kuminga thing's got to come to a head, right? He don't want to be there, all right? Steve Kerr, him, too frosty. Kings want Kuminga, right? So they're going to trade a first-round pick, lottery protected, to the Warriors for Jonathan Kuminga, but they don't want Malik Monk. The Warriors don't want Malik Monk. Because Malik Monk makes he got about $60 million on this deal, like 20 a year for the next 3 years. Okay. A lot of money for Malik Monk, but not like the worst contract in the world. So they don't want to take on any long-term money, the Warriors. So I was thinking Miami Heat don't have Tyler Hero, and they got to move Davion to the starting lineup. Look at the scoring punch now lost on that bench, Leroy. I was thinking, why don't we bring in a little Malik Monk, and we could send a certain point guard who maybe wants a fresh start, only has 1 year left on his deal.
There's no gambling in California.
So
Terry Rozier, you send him to Golden State in a three-way.
Kuminga?
Why? I don't think that you want to pay Kuminga $30 a year. I don't think so. Plus, they got Wiggins, you know.
So you think Malik Monk?
Well, Malik Monk and Bam, they're tight, very close.
What?
Make Bam happy.
Dude.
Little scoring
I'm
punch.
so tired of you thinking because people are friends, they could play basketball together.
Why can't they play basketball together?
I'm just
He's a
saying,
good scorer.
I don't
Had a
care.
little bit of a down year last year.
I don't care about any of that. I want to just know, is it a fit or not? That somebody's friends with somebody is not a reason to make a trade. So stop it. They're going to be friends regardless.
Scoring punch.
They're going to be friends
Yeah,
regardless.
but did you scoring punch? Punch off the bench.
$20 million to come off the bench?
Yeah, it's the NBA. Everybody makes $1 gazillion.
Yeah, but can you afford that?
Terry Rozier makes 26. He's not going to play.
Yeah, but that's you brought him in with
I'm
the
trading
idea
Terry
of playing.
Yeah, but he's not, you know, the only thing is like, it's long-term money. Like you got 3 years of it. So it's a lot. But, you know, let's say Norman Powell, you know, this is only a one and done. And then you got a little insurance policy.
Well, he only has 1 year?
Norman Powell's on his last year. Yep. The Tyler Hero
If you brought him in,
Mhm.
I mean, if you brought him in for what you brought him in for, shouldn't you try to extend him?
Well, they brought him in for I think they want to see how it looks.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Because let's say this Tyler Hero thing goes longer than you think. You need a little more scoring.
It will.
Punch.
It will.
You think
Here's the problem. You ready? You ready? Tell me if I'm off on this.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's going to happen. They're going to bring some guys in. They're going to score. But they're going to play excellent defense.
Yeah.
A lot better defense than Tyler would. So the team's going to look.
Theory. That is a theory.
The team's going to look a lot better.
Interesting.
Not because they're better players than Tyler, but because they're more complete.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Tyler comes back, everybody's going to be given that look like.
Interesting theory that you have there.
It's not theory. I believe it's going to happen.
Interesting.
Why? Don't worry. In December, when Tyler is around the time he's going to come back, right? We're going to all be looking at the situation and go, hey.
Albie says the Warriors are not surrendering Kuminga for Terry. No, but they're surrendering because they're getting a first-round pick. Terry is just the filler to make it work, and he's on an expiring deal. And I would say out of all the people last year, Jennifer, who Jimmy Butler was still cool with by the time this all happened, Terry was one of them. So now he gets to bring in Terry Rozier, his guy. You know, they had some good moments together a couple of years back. You know, maybe he has a talk with somebody. He says, hey, listen, we could use a little scary Terry on this team. I just threw it out there. Also, we get Keegan Murray. We need some shooting. Match salaries, you know. You're welcome, Andy.
You
Really?
thought this all through.
You think?
I think I found a win-win-win deal. That's what I think. Also, they got to pay Kuminga $30 million. The Kings, but it's the Kings. They love the Kings love to spend on stuff.
Got it. Probably bring it up, media day Monday.
No. Maybe. Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Get to a little 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored here, brought to you by the Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Speaking of amazing. Jeremy Fowler of ESPN believes the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to snoop around Tyreek Hill.
I mean, you don't have to snoop. You don't have to snoop. Now, I will say this.
What about Tyreek Hill for Jonnu?
Wait, what?
What?
So here's the deal. Here's the deal. With the way that Washington is coming on and the different things that he does that make it easier to make a move like that?
Yeah, I think so.
The problem is
I just don't know what they're going to get for him.
Here's the problem. And this is not a good thing or a bad thing. It just is. Okay. All of the stuff that Tyreek has going on around him.
True.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that makes teams do? That makes teams think they could get him cheap.
Yes, for sure.
That's the problem.
Absolutely. I think it's kind of part of the reason why the Dolphins didn't want to trade him in the first place. Like when all of this was going down, like, we're not going to trade him for nothing. Like, who's going to trade for a guy who just walked off the field? Then you add on top of it all the stuff that happened,
he's going through.
Yep, all the stuff that he's going through.
Not to mention the NFL is also looking into.
Not only that, I think there's some media outlets who are like suing to get more details on some of the altercations with his estranged wife. So yeah, I don't think these.
I don't know. They must have. Needless to say,
there's a lot of baggage.
If there's that stuff out there, is it safe to say that the divorce wasn't amicable?
I'm gonna say not amicable.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't feel like it ended on very friendly terms.
Nope. Not that. Like. Man. I think. You know what I think? That he probably just moved on and she got mad.
I don't know. Well, we know that they had that thing. They had a they had a disturbance that was called in, I think, by the mother-in-law this year.
Yeah, he had remember when he tore up Big Girl's Achilles.
I think it was a broken leg. I don't think
a broken leg. Like he out there in the backyard running routes. Like what? I'm out. Like, dude, that happened to be in my yard. But like, for like Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, somebody said, "Ooh, I could take you," a friend, and I'm like, "Woman, if you don't get away from me, I don't do football no more."
Why do women always think they could tackle you?
I don't know, but
I could do it.
I like one time I'm gonna go just get my mouthpiece and just take them all out.
You see what I mean?
That's what probably happened, right? Like, I don't know why, like, Fonz and them used to do that. Fonz say, "Hey, man, you want to come play flag football with me?" Why? So y'all could try to break my Achilles?
Turkey Bowl.
The Turkey Bowl.
Turkey Bowl is always great.
But wait, here's the problem, dude.
Turkey Bowl?
For 4 straight years, somebody tore something.
Somebody wants a ringer.
Well,
and I'm like, why y'all still doing this?
Because they only work out and play this game one time a year. You think that you should probably maybe a couple of weeks, get a little stretch, maybe loosen up the muscles. No, they don't do it. They just go in after drinking all night, probably burning.
That's it, dude. For real. For real.
We'll take a break, close things out with a little Goosies. No Goosies. Next.
nuance. I want to come over there and give you some nuance. I want to give you 1-2 nuance. Night night.
What he could hear what goes on during the break.
No, because part of it is he
nonsense is what
during the
happens
break. Tobin goes out of his way to annoy the living crap out of him.
Not fair.
It really.
It's not fair.
And then he lies. So we have conversations, we have arguments, and he goes, "That's exactly what I said," which is not.
What do we got today for Goosies? No Goosies, Jennifer.
Well.
Why'd you sound like a vampire?
Well, that's me. Be honest here. Well. First, we have Dwyane Wade calling out Rudy Gay for claims that his Grizzlies could beat the 2013 Heat.
All right, this was on Dwyane Wade's podcast, the Y Network. Here is what the GOAT had to say on Rudy Gay. It's got to be the most random person who decides his Grizzlies could beat the Miami Heat.
So maybe they beat us in the regular season. I don't remember. So I DM it to Rudy. Hey, Rudy, this must be an AI generated quote. Because it ain't nowhere in hell you said this. So he hit me back. And, he like, yeah, I said it. You got to have confidence.
Yeah,
I said, boy, belt the ass. So left it at that. Then I seen him at Melo at the after party. I said, hey, man. What's wrong with you? You're not just going to win the finals because you think you want to win the finals, bro. We would have belted. We had just been in the finals 4 years in a row. We smacking y'all. You don't know how to win in the finals, bro. You just think it's that easy?
Right.
Like, people really think it's that easy. And that's the thing with me when it comes to winning. It's like, yo, stop. No. It's not for everybody. And it has nothing to do with your individual talent and how great you are. Everything has to go right.
Everything. You're right.
For you to win. Like, every break got to go your way. And so, man, stop that. I told Rudy, I said, well, we're going to work together on Amazon Prime. We'll talk about it in the studio. I like that. You lost your damn mind.
I got the Goosies. I love D-Wade peacocking.
I think, I got the Goosies. But one of the funniest things about it is how he delivered all of this, right? Like, oh, what?
I was like, this got to be fake.
But
did I get sent
the one point that he made is that you can have the talent to win a championship, but if you think things don't have to go your way to win that championship at some point during that run, then you're crazy. Because guess what? Dan Marino never won a championship. Fran Tarkenton, they went to 4 straight Super Bowls. They won a championship. Jim Kelly, are all those guys good enough to win a Super Bowl? Absolutely. But if you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers during the 70s and see they won 4 Super Bowls in the 70s, and you see some of the ways that they won games, you got to get some breaks too. You got to be good enough. You got to be talented, but you got to get breaks.
What's the furthest the 2010 Grizzlies went in the playoffs?
Because the second round? It had to be second round.
The second, like with him.
First of all,
Zebo,
we talk about the
they never got to
Grizzlies.
OJ Mayo and
they never got
Tony Allen.
They might have gotten to a finals, Western Conference
West
finals
finals
against the Spurs, maybe and lost. I believe they might have. I think they got swept.
So he's saying his team could have beat D Wade,
the Big 3 Heat,
but he ain't even beat the teams that he was playing against, which weren't as good as the Big 3.
The only thing I remember from Rudy Gay, who was a very good player, he ruined Udonis Haslem's foot. Udonis Haslem had a terrible injury against him in the first season of the Big 3, and he didn't get to come back to the Eastern Conference Final. It wasn't the same that season, but he, Rudy Gay, you ruined Udonis Haslem's foot, dude. Crazy. Jennifer, you got the Goosies?
I do. That was great.
I like the way you say, boy, what is wrong with you?
No, you know what happened.
Yeah.
He forgot where he was at. He thought he was back at around the way. And he said some other choice words than, boy, what's wrong with you?
Vlad?
Mm-hmm.
Goosies? No Goosies?
It was please.
Goosey.
Yeah. You had to say it. I know you.
It was Negro, please.
I know what you got to say. Two quiet white people.
Jennifer?
She already said her.
What was the number 2?
The Ryder Cup.
Oh,
You know, I can't wait.
All right, Leroy.
Wow.
Leroy,
Look at
Leroy,
him.
What's up? What's up?
I'm gonna do something nice for you.
What's up?
I'm gonna tell the engineers to put the USA Cable Network channel.
Oh, you don't know? I'm not gonna be here.
Oh, you not here tomorrow?
No, I'm
Oh,
at
you
my
gonna be
house
home? You gonna be home?
watching
yeah.
my own TV.
Oh, okay. My bad. My bad. I'm looking. You know.
Good, because I was going to tell the engineers no.
why? No Goosies for you?
You ain't gonna be here.
Who's on the Ryder
Just a
Cup
mess with
this
him.
year?
Who
do we got?
You gotta
Who
ask
do we
our
got?
teams.
Who's on Team USA?
Oh, you got Bryson DeChambeau.
Mm-hmm.
You got. Let me pull it up
All right.
because there's a lot of new guys. People.
While he pulls it
You
up.
got Scheffler.
Scheffler.
Oh, gotta have Scheffler. Do we got we got old Koepka?
Oh,
No, Koepka didn't make it. Only DeChambeau made it from the Live Tour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
And this is USA versus the
Europe.
world or
No,
USA
Europe.
versus Europe?
Europe.
I'm gonna go Goosies because international competition is fun.
It's
even
fun.
if I'm not like
It's
the
fun.
lore.
It's fun, and it's
As a
just
former co-host of Tea Time, I love the Ryder Cup.
foremost. All right, you ready? Here's the USA team:
Mhm.
Sam Burns, Patrick Cantlay, Bryson DeChambeau, Harris English, Ben Griffin.
Wait, Harris English is American?
Well, yeah.
He sounds, but you would understand why I would think
First
that
name
Harris.
And you know how he looks and handles himself
Mhm.
like Harris English. Russell Henley, Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, JJ Spawn,
I like Shaw.
Scotty Scheffler.
It's long. I didn't realize it was that many
Justin
guys.
Cameron Young.
It's 12 guys.
Yes.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's 12 guys.
I thought it was like 4.
And let me see the where's the US
The European.
European
You got the
team.
Goosies though?
Yes.
We got Rory, of course.
I think
Jennifer,
he
you got the
Tommy
Goosies?
I
Fleetwood.
absolutely do.
I do not have the Goosies because
Mm.
then that means he's going to be super distracted.
He is going to be
tomorrow.
distracted
Oh,
tomorrow.
you ain't got no choice. This is
It's
how
going to be on. Is it
ready?
Where is
It's on
where is
USA?
It's here?
It's in
Beth
the Beth
Page
Page
Black.
in New York, baby.
Beth Page Black. Ready? Ready for the
Yeah, I'm ready for
European
the world.
team?
I'm ready.
Ludwig Oberg,
Oh.
Matt Fitzpatrick, Tommy
Actually,
Fleetwood, Terrell Hatton,
Mm.
Rasmus Højgaard.
Rasmuth
Yeah, his twin Nicholas made the last Ryder Cup.
Viking.
Victor Hovland, Shane Lowry, Robert McIntyre, Rory McIlroy, John Rahm,
Who's the captain? Is Rory
Justin
the captain?
Rose, Sepp Straka, Luke Donald is the captain.
Luke
Yeah,
Donald.
against and who's our
And
captain?
is Keegan Bradley. Keegan Bradley could have qualified for it.
Hmm.
He didn't pick himself.
Interesting.
Yeah, he was very
But he's the captain and he didn't pick himself?
no,
Yeah.
yeah, he was very
So-
selfless.
Yeah, because he didn't want to. I tell
Yeah.
you why, he didn't want that heat on him.
Right,
Interesting.
be
I
a
didn't-
captain and player.
Yeah,
So he's the coach essentially.
Yeah, he's player
that's what
coach.
the captain is.
Well, I thought they were all player captains. I thought you had to play if you were the captain.
No, captains don't play.
Interesting. All right. I
You
didn't
know they do this.
Glad you got the Goosies?
Of course, I got the Goosies.
Remember what I
American.
showed you pictures of Megan
Goosies galore.
at Shuck and Dive?
Yes.
She was the captain of the Curtis Cup, which is the same thing but amateur.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Which is the Curtis Cup is the women, and the
I watched the men collegiate guys play like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that was I keep Walker Cup.
The Walker Cup.
The Walker
It was
Cup
pretty
is the
damn
men.
good.
Yeah. Especially when what makes golf crazy now is that the highest ranked amateur after the season gets an automatic tour card.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Number 3, Jennifer.
We have Winder. I don't know why I just said that. Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, you was going to say Winder Victim. Hey, you caught yourself. See, normally me and Tobin would have just ran right through that, and then had the guy.
Word for me, dog.
I was looking at another screen. That's why.
Victor
Big word for me, dog.
Wembanyama is what now?
He's being ranked 5th best player in the NBA according to ESPN.
No Goosies. Too soon. Sorry.
No
Yeah,
Goosies.
I would agree with that. You've been in the league for 2 minutes. right?
No, Goosies.
There's so many more guys that are worthy of top 5 that have established themselves in the league. You can't just be put up there.
Too soon. Too much too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
In fact, here's what's amazing. Let me tell you, Vlad, let me tell you what's amazing about this. They were so willing to put him as a top 5 player, right? When LeBron came out, right, and had the success he had right away, they all jumped on the boat. No, he hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't this. He hasn't that. Am I lying?
No.
Right. And LeBron was a lot better than Wemby was, and now they just willing to put him up there?
Too soon.
Too soon.
Top 5?
Top 5.
Where would you put him?
I think I put him in the I'd put him on the outskirts of the top 10.
Top 15.
Yeah, I put him in the outskirts of the top 10.
Yeah.
All right, here's the go. How about this? Is he better than Jokic?
No.
Is he better than Luka?
No.
No.
Is he better than
SGA?
Bron? SGA? Is he better than SGA?
No, he doesn't make the impact that these guys make.
Is he better than Anthony Edwards right now?
No,
Nope.
doesn't make the impact.
That's 4.
Already.
That's 4 already. And I could say Bron.
Giannis? No.
You know what I'm saying? I could
Giannis.
say KD. Like that's still at their
KD,
age.
You can still
put Steph.
Brunson, you can put
Steph.
Brunson.
I was,
That's true, yeah.
you know what? I was
Damn
gonna say
team.
Brunson, but I know how you're very. You know how I know
But
about you in height.
at least he.
I know
at
about
No,
you in height.
hey,
but
I don't care how tall he is. The numbers speak for themselves.
when these rankings come out, like they made Jalen Brunson number 10. I was like, probably high, but I don't have a problem with it because his team was in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
But he carried that team.
Agreed. Which is why I didn't have.
We're also very impressed with him this past season.
Yeah.
So if we're naming guys right now that we feel are better than him, you know, you got to go with the champs, SGA.
Right.
You got to go with Ant. You got to go with Jokic. You got to go with Luka.
I just think that the NBA podcast mafia and blog gang, I just think that they got such a, they just drool over everything Victor Wembanyama has done. And I get it. It's cool. He went with Monks this summer. All right. But let's not forget Kel'El Ware cooked his ass, dude. Let's not forget that Baby So turned him into a croissant on everybody's stage. And that was his coming out party. So let's just not forget the facts. Because if he's a top 5 player, what's that make Kel'El Ware?
Holy smokes.
What? Not reasonable?
Are you still looking at the Ryder Cup?
Yeah.
How much you think tickets for the Ryder Cup cost?
I already know. My boy went out there.
This is just
200.
What day? What day? Day
Friday,
one.
Saturday, Sunday.
So I get a 3-day pass?
No.
Oh.
Just
One day.
1
One
day.
day. And
800.
it's one day, but keep in mind they play 36, 36, 18.
$250.
250?
Yeah.
800.
$750.
Sheesh. That's a lot. All right, that's all the
Wow.
time. Vlad Goosies, obviously not, right?
A beer costs $18.
No, I don't think he's top 5. No.
Jennifer,
No, Goosies.
Victor Wembanyama's name already caught you up, so I imagine no Goosies.
No Goosies.
Yeah, you almost choked on that. You almost choked.
I like Burge the names together.
Yep.
Burged.
Yep.
You said Burge?
Mhm.
You said
Burge.
Burge.
You said Burge.
You said Burge.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yes, you
God.
What?
You said
said
Burge.
Burged.
Because I was like, wait, you have bird? Are you thinking of killing another bird?
-1's a murderer.
You said Burged.
She needs a
Okay.
break.
I do
Yeah,
need a break.
That's our show for today, you rascals. I'm out tomorrow. Leroy will be here. Jennifer will be here. Vlad, are you? Who's in?
No, I didn't
tomorrow?
even know. Apparently, I
believe
would have
it's-
came in, but Marcos was gonna work already.
Froggy.
So Froggy's gonna be in the your chair, and
Alright.
Brittany,
Brittany.
Brittany, I don't know Macho Man, Randy
Ooh,
Savage.
yeah.
will
Snip
be
it
in.
to a Slim Jim. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And talk to you rascals next time.